told me so. And I'm like, bro, if you acknowledge this, why are you so persistent to keep doing the same things and fall into the same cycle again and again? But yet, when it comes to the moment of me talking to him, he talked very highly, like, yeah, I'm gonna learn from this, bro. I ain't gonna let it break me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And he'd do good for a little while, and then a couple days later, he right back to it. I'm like, bro,
that lust of the flesh. I tell him, I say, if you're not willing to let go of your fleshly desires, you'll lose out on everything you could truly acquire. And what they can truly acquire is the peace of mind. Because now they know they have control over their flesh. So they're not letting the things that look good to them and say, hey, come over here, look at me, look at me. They're not letting that thing take control of them. Like, these are the things that I had to deal with, like, just doing Uber and everything. There was, like, many women that got in my car was like, hey, you trying to come upstairs with me? Like, we can come upstairs. Like, it was like, come through after you're done off work. All of this type of stuff. All the time. I'm like, and I'm good. I'll be working. I'll be working. You know, and they will continue to, like, it happens often, but just to know that you are able to control yourself, know that you have control over everybody at that point. I know I hurt many women feelings that just because I didn't come over. It was like one was like, hey, I just want to do something with you, and then we could just straight business after that. I was like, nah. I said, you're hilarious for that though. I know that hurt her feelings when I said that, but it was the fact that no one is in control of me, for real. Like, but do I still feel sad for people all the time? Like, yeah, because I'm like, I can get out of this. Like, they don't have to deal with this. Like, only thing, and that's what the thing. Like, for example, your brother, if he just follows you, if he looks at you and it's like, yo, I'm not gonna look at nobody but Kareem. I'm looking at Kareem. Hey, Kareem, what you up to right now? What you up to? I'm just trying to, like, make sure I'm looking at you and the way that you're following, just so I don't go to this club right now and do this instead. You know, so it's like just looking at the person, listening to the voice that they feel know, like the voice that they know loves them. That voice that they like, okay, like to know if a voice loves you, they're not gonna lead you to nothing that will hurt you because they want to see you with them in the end. That's the whole thing about it. But people are going to make their choices no matter what. That's why I know my family, my true family, are the ones that listen. Like, we all have the same mind. We all hear each other. That's the family. That's the only family in this world. Everyone else is not the family. They are lost. They are lost people that I hope to change their ways. I'm just like, yo, change your ways from your flesh and leave out this fleshly mindset, because it's not going to get you anywhere. But it's up to them. Only thing you can do is give the word and then just pray that they hear you. And then they come to you like, hey, I heard you, bro. I'm trying to come with you on this path that we're walking on. Let's stay up. Let's get away from this world together. That's all. That's all I see. Like, that's why I see when I first got on this app, I said, this is a beautiful platform for all my brothers and sisters to come back together. Like, there's not even brothers, it's just for the body of people to come back together. Where no arguments or nothing like that. I'm got time to argue. Even though I will.
That's the thing about him. Like, he idolized me, and there's so many things that he do wrong. Like, he just asked me recently, he just asked me, bro, because I joined there, I was on the phone with another person, and she was expressing herself. And by all means, he definitely is wrong. He's primarily wrong as far as what's going on, but they both have their wrongs. I both acknowledge that. Like, it's not that it's your fault or her fault. It's a mixture of both y'all faults. But you are the initiator of most things. So yes, you could say you're the one that's wrong because you are the man. And this what you will receive. These are the flowers that you plant inside of her. You're planting seeds of negativity inside of this, so that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna sow from her. And that's what you're gonna harvest. And so when we talk about, he was like, because see, one thing about him, he idolized me hard. Like, even though he's older than me, about a couple months. And they were coming to me and like almost telling me like I got more wisdom and knowledge and I've been through way more than them, experienced way more than them. And it's like he come to me about everything. He idolizes me, my wife, and this shit, man. He always trying to like replicate me in any way. Like he like you know, he always gonna be, bro, you always got some good stuff. You always help me through everything, bro. You always been there for me. You always guided me and blah blah. You always like never hard on me. You always tell me the truth. And even when, you know, it's hard hard for me to accept it. You want me to be in the way I can. You let me know even when I'm wrong, but you make it feel not threatening, but you make it seem comforting that you can tell me the truth. And I'm like, yes, but now I need you to learn from it. Because when I tell him about my life, everything he knows about me and my relationship and everything I've been through and done, because I've done many things I cheated.
I will be fucking your dad. Don't fuck with my girl. Why you fucking with my girl? Like, boss, you're already gonna fuck his dad. Doesn't matter no more.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he can go do that.
My dad's a married man.
I'm fucking his dad. I don't care. I'm fucking his dad.
Jeez Louise.
Honestly.
I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad what you're saying.
Crazy. Yeah, I was born crazy, and I'm still that bitch.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Free the hostages, 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 free the hostages. Free the hostages, 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 free the hostages.
Is to awaken the Shama's intellect, especially its capacity for growth, wisdom, and thereby open into higher worlds, ways of knowing reveal first the interconnectedness of all things in God, a world of absolute and higher intelligences, and then the non-duality of God as all things, a world of Adam Getmon and Yehuda intelligences. With the awakening of Yehuda, the sense of separate self ends completely, hence no one can see me, live. But this is not the end of the matter, for the in-betweener isn't about annihilating the self forever, but about bringing about the rebirth of the self in a more integrated whole, so the in-betweener returns to the dark and once again strives to kindle more light, illuminating the world, messianic, no high or low in God. Our sages taught that the world was created as a lower dwelling place for God. Do not imagine there was a little
Daddy, bitch. I'm still gonna daddy. You must have some mental health from that baby. You try to do it, I'm still gonna do daddy. And he's gonna get sent to boarding school when I'm done with him. He's gonna face that fucking wall. Period. Fucking period. Daddy. I'm gonna fuck your daddy. Yeah, I love you. I fucking love you. I so gotta love you. I don't know you, but I fucking love you. I love my silly girl. I love you. We bet we might as well. Because I'm fucking loving your fucking love too. We have to book them up one more time. We're there for everybody. I can't believe it. Okay, well, then later. Can you find my shit right now? I'm not gonna like it. Bastard.
That's why we put you in the house.
No, you're chill. You know, I rock with you.
Like
I rock
now
with
that I
you.
can see
Stop.
like yo,
You're a real one. You're a real one. Well, they put me on into that shit.
like
Strong. I can't find my shit. Let me check the last one.
like something that means
Like this one, fine, and my fucking shit's like shit on there. Yeah. But I can't find those. No, but they have 10 layers, so he told me all 10 layers of it. No, they didn't. Have them all in one place, I need to be
non-stop because they are able to see the goodness in people when it comes down to just being with them, bro. That's just really all I have love for.
That's all I want to learn, man. Like, I don't mind him learning from me, but he always trying to come. Like, he's telling that person, somebody else, something, you know, because, like, he's like, man, I just wish I could be like you, bro. Like, blah, blah, blah. Alright, you know, man, you know, you're great on your own. Why would you want to just replicate me? Because to act like that, dude, that born as twins, and he would get the same life story as me, where you just make you me. Like, man,
When it comes to identity, trying to like colors.
yeah, it's like, bro, like, my life is that what you think it is, you see the shine of many things in my life, but you don't understand how dark it was and what kind of work it took. About replicating things, you got to go through a lot more pain. You got to go through a lot more experiences of heartbreaks and all kind of stuff and downs and ups and all. It doesn't. You only looking at the good side of what you like about what I have in my life, but you don't know about the bad that had to come with it, the things I had to do, the things I had to go through, the things I suffer from, still things I'm working on. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it is good. It's a lot of stuff that it went under this foundation before it was built, and that stuff wasn't always pretty. Being a man and having love and all that is not all about the glitz and glamour. It's not always about the lovey-dovey feelings and this and that. It's not always about that. It's about the ugly times. It's about them hard conversations. It's about them hard decisions. It's about all the hard things, not the easy things. And he's just like suffering to grasp that. Like he's the type where he would literally come to me, break down, he'd even cry and everything, he'd break down and talk to me. And I would think that he's on the right path, I'm like, yeah. And now it's coaching him, I'm like, bro, this and that. You know, all you gotta do is this, man. Just focus, man. Do what you gotta do. If this is what calls out to you, I need you to focus on what is for you and stop trying to focus on things that you want to be for you. And like I'd be coaching him, and then he'll agree in a moment. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it'll sound so good. But then he bought back in his tracks, and I'm like, bro, what is it, man? Then he got to the point where he'd tell me, oh, I'm not gonna do this or that, or I'm gonna do this and that. And then he'd do it. Then I'm like, bro, why are you doing this? I thought you said you wouldn't do it. And then he'd be like, well, yeah. And he'd try to justify it. Then I'm like, no, bro, it's no justification. No. And he like, you're right, bro. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But I'm like, you ain't gotta apologize to me. It's your life. I mean, you still gotta do what you gotta do. But it just don't lie. Don't sit here and pretend that you want better. If you're in that season in your life where you still want to be the 15-year-old, 16-year-old version of us where we was doing this kind of stuff together and we was all just doing whatever, then say that. Be honest to who you are and what you're doing right now. Because when you lie to yourself to convince yourself that you're on the right route and there's other people that's causing the problem, that's what you're gonna see. The things you say in your life is what you speak into existence. A lot of people think that means, oh, if I say this and that, it's gonna happen. No, it's not like that necessarily. It's when you speak those kind of things out, you bring delusion into your own head. You believe what you're telling yourself, and you believe it's other people's problem and it's their fault, and you're right. But no, look at what you're doing. Like I was just on the phone right before I joined there, and he asked me, who do you think is wrong? Is it me or her? I'm like, it's both of you, but let me tell you this, because he like, man, no, because it's her, man. She been coming after me. She still hitting me up. Like, she not trying to let go. I've been trying to explain to her. I'm just trying to move on and everything. I was like, but bro, that's not what you're doing. He like, it is. Like, you can read the messages. I was like, it don't matter what you typed. It's about your actions. Your actions don't follow what you said. Because you've been posting videos and posting pictures of females and posting all kinds of stuff, knowing that she's going to look at it so you can get under her skin. And you know that she's going to feed into this. And you know she's gonna chase you more because of it. So you're not truly trying to move on. Then he got quiet and he started smiling. He's like, well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't even say nothing. Yeah, you're right. So that's what I mean. You're deluding yourself by believing these delusions of believing that it's them and not you. But you're not seeing your actions and your words. They don't match up. Yes, you speak with a nice heart, but your actions are just dark.
That's the whole thing right there. And just like when people just be talking and just like when people really like for people don't know why I'm the way that I am now because they don't know what I've been through. They don't know what I've been through. Like I've been like through like getting cheated on by the same person over and over again to try to learn to forgive her over and over again. And it's like to the point where I gave up on being with her, but still to the point where I accepted her still. And then it's to the point where like she would like come through sometimes and not like basically need a place to stay. But then she would go out and still go with someone else. I had to go through things like that for real to understand love, to understand all this type of stuff, to let go of what I thought belonged to me. Nothing in this world belongs to me. Like, and that's when it was showing me this. That nothing belongs to you. Do not try to covet anything. Like, cause then there's like from there, I realized what I was doing wrong, and then I didn't realize that her situation, she wasn't able to live because her parents tried to covet her. So when it came down to her living, she wanted to do anything she wanted to do. But it's to the point where all this type of stuff, when I had to be broken apart through love, that's when I understood what love was at the same time. And then that's when I was in my fullness of love, and me and this girl, that the one that did what she did to me and her are locked in for life to the point where she tells me everything. And it's only because I never judged her for what she did. The only thing I did was trying to give her rights to judge, like, hey, you don't want to deal with that person. So it was like that. What that song Michael Jackson said, have I been away from you too long? Did I leave your mind when I was gone? It was just like, I was something like that. It was a song where I basically was giving her away to the world, even though I didn't want to give her away, but I had to, and I had to accept. I had to accept that she wasn't mine. So that's why I tell people, I say, when you expect, you'll be disappointed, but when you accept, you'll be more anointed. But a lot of people don't want to accept defeat. They don't want to accept defeat and say, I lost. Like, you got it. The word, you win. So now it's to the point where, for me having to accept all of that type of stuff, no one knows how like hurt I was within that moment when I was basically taking her in, and then I was just like letting her have a place to lay at and things like that, and to know that she will go out and do things like that would just like be like crazy, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And letting her friends tell me what she did and all that, I'm just like, it's wild, and I had to suffer through all of that type of stuff. Like, and that right there will cause me to be who I am, to the point where I can accept anything. Like, that's why it's like, what people don't understand, like, people see me on this app, they don't know nothing about me at all. So that's why they're like, oh, you think you all this, you think you all that. Like, But this has always been me. I never judge nobody or anything like that. I just, if it's anything in my heart, I just give it away. You know, so when it comes down to knowing what love is now, I'm just like, people don't understand why I came on this app talking about love in general, because it was just like, it's like, what are you talking about, this love stuff, this lovey-dovey stuff? I love my wife. So I'm like, man, because y'all don't know what love is. Like, they think it's this lovey-dovey thing, but they will never truly know what it is until they let go of this fairy tale world, you know, and this world where they put us outside of ourselves first. They put us outside of ourselves to fall in love with the things outside of us before we fall in love with ourselves, you know, and that's why we are able to grow in it because of those reasons. And that's why these things, like, we start falling in love when we identify with our eyes, the things we identify with our eyes and things. So it messed us up from the very beginning, and that's why people are so blinded to this day. So I'm just like, no, hey, it's time to wake up, y'all. It's time to wake up. But they already are they're still sleeping. These people are still sleeping. So it's just like, to know that I have my mind back, and now not knowing that nothing can take away my mind, these desires, these fears, these doubts, can never take away my mind. And no more. It's just to the point where I'm only continuing to grow every day. It's continuously growing in love. So I can tell you my struggle now that I have it is like, it's hard for me to stay out those rooms that people that are continuing to lie about love and saying that they love people and things like that. I don't. That's why you always see me in those Hebrew Israelite rooms and stuff like that, because I don't like them. I don't like the way that they speak. I don't like the way that how they continue to say that they are the children of the truth when they can't tell the truth because they never met the truth at all. So that's why they're still hurt, and they're hurting people in general. So it's just like, but they think they're doing the right thing. So that's why I'm always in this thing. But I will stay in those rooms way longer than I'm supposed to. That's my problem. Is because only thing I'm supposed to be doing now is looking for my brothers and my sisters, the ones that hear me. Like, that's the only thing I'm supposed to be doing. The ones that hear my voice, those are the ones, we're gonna be the ones that's taking over this whole world, for real. Because this world belongs to us. Like, the ones that are leaders. Those are the ones that are not letting the world take them over. Like, but those are the examples for the world of who people are supposed to look at, for real. The examples that people are supposed to follow. Like, not based off of our identities. All of us in this world, we all have our own identities. You know, like, I don't expect no one to like what I like, or me to like what they like. You know, but to know what is right, that's what we're supposed to all know. Like, to walk in that understanding, not how people are explaining it on this app that's causing people to. That's why I'm any room that I go in, like, I'm never gonna be like a mod in none of those rooms because they don't understand me, but I understand them. But I could just listen to them. But they know when I speak, I'm not speaking on no one's side. I'm not speaking on the things that they're saying or anything like that. I just say what I say, and it's gonna rub them the wrong way, or they're gonna hear me be like, "Oh yeah, you're right." You know, but they're like, "Well," and or they just gonna try to fight against what I'm saying, for real. And that's just all it is to it. And it's just like, now is when it comes down to being in rooms like within this nature, or just like the other startup rooms where it's a bunch of brothers and sisters, is like those rooms I appreciate, because those are the rooms where I get my energy back. But I know I gotta get my energy away when I'm going into those other rooms, for real, because they continue to talk, and I'm just like, stop talking, just stop talking, stop talking. It bothers me that they're talking, and it's just like, they don't know what they're talking about. It bothers me so much. It's just like, it gets me angry when people talk and they don't know what they're talking about. It's like if someone is trying to speak about your life, Kareem, and they just don't know nothing about you, and they're just continuing to speak. Like, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know Kareem," and like, I can tell that Kareem is this. No, you don't know him. Let him speak for himself. That's what gets me. Like when it comes down to, now they have this book, the Bible, that's just destroying them because they wanna just talk on this book, and it doesn't belong to them. That's why going on this app, I appreciated that they showed me it. So it's like, because I'm just like, y'all don't even know. I'm like, they don't know how to read this thing. I'm like, this thing it's a beautiful book. It's beautiful. It's just like, it's the fact that they don't understand it. So they're walking against each other, and that's why they're all against each other. And they're gonna be against each other, and they're gonna turn their children against each other just because none of them understand what they are reading. It destroy them, because the people that are reading the Bible to this day, they don't know they are the fallen people, because they don't know who they are. So they think it's a lower state of life that they're in, that they could go in, but they don't know that they are born in that lower state because they're being born under ignorant people. So they're born under ignorance, and those people that are teaching them are bringing them back to ignorance. So now they're being taught back into a religious mindset, and now the children, they teach the children and keep going, and then they're just going through hell all the time. They're never in peace because they never knew who they were. And I knew that because my parents was at that point. Now my parents hear me, and they both love me in general. Like, it's the fact that, but they could not get along with each other. My mother was a Christian and my father was a Muslim. But my father loves my mother, and my mother stepped away from my father, and it was just because there was a lot of problems within their relationships and everything. But is the fact that the whole thing about learning. But that's stingy. I'm like, it belongs to everybody. Because when we all have our minds, we're still together. We're brothers at that point. It's like different souls, different bodies, but the same mind. We have the same mind, this understanding down. We're all walking together. And we're not here to betray each other because everything belongs to us. So we're here to share. But those other people, they're not willing to share anything. They're stingy people. They're subjective people. And they'll find out based off of their actions why they will never be able to get to the other side of things, because they're not willing to change their ways, kill their egos. So it's not about my will anymore, because I do have my own will. But when I'll be able to do my will when I see all my brothers and everybody together, because I'm not trying to deceive nobody in this world. I can deceive people. Like, I can use the power that I have to deceive people and just say things like, just try to do things in a slick way, for real, and work with the system. I could work with the system if I wanted to, but I refuse to work with the system. I'd rather do everything the right way and let everyone be able to be free, for real. Like, I'd rather take people away from the system, for real, just so they can be able to live as they was children, like, be able to be open minded and be able to do exactly what they appreciate, and just be able to be taught about it as it was supposed to be from the very beginning. But we're born under so much scared people and doubtful people and desirable people, egotistical people. So is this the time to step away from all of these people, just so we can all come back together and be in one mind, be in a peace of mind like this, for real. So that's all it is to it, to be honest.
That's a fact, because my brother, he fears being alone. He always tell me that. I don't want to be alone, that's why, this and that. I'm like, yeah, but if you got a room full of people, that don't mean you're not alone. That means you should have company. You're alone because you're the mind that you have and the heart posture you have cannot be shared with everyone around you. So you're always alone. No matter how many people fill the room up, you're alone as far as who you are and where you're heading. You're the only person on your path. And it's because you don't even know where you're walking. You're walking it straight. And not everyone wants to walk in the straight. Some people have agendas, some people have reasons. And you want them to walk your direction so you can feel a company. But you don't know where you're going. So how do you want to pull somebody with you to head with you somewhere and you don't know where you're going? You're just walking. And he be telling you like, man, it's just, I fear being alone. That's why I just don't know if I'm going to find something better. I don't know if I'll find love. I don't know if love made for me. I don't know if God did this and that. I was like, well, you're worrying about the future, but What you have now is what you're not using. You're not using what you have now as a gift. You're worried about the future of what it's going to give you later. But I told him like this. They called yesterday the past. They called tomorrow the future. Why do you think they call today a present? Because a gift. Open up your gift and get what you have for today and worry about tomorrow when it comes there. Because you worry about if something will or will not come later. You question that 1,000 times per day is not going to ever give you the answer. But you could be working on yourself right now. So when that woman that you're always talking about, when she does come in the future, you're actually ready for her, because instead of wasting your time worrying about, oh, is she going to come? Is she going to come? Let's say she do. But now you're not prepared for her. You cannot withstand or sustain this now because you've been so focused on ways to come that you weren't dealing with what you have now to do. Like, you're not going to be ready for it. And he always like, yeah, you're right. I need to work on myself now so I can be ready for when that time comes. But then I catch him right back worrying about the future. But bro, what if, I'm like, look, the what if game can be played all day, all year, every day. You can always have a what if. I have a what if about every single thing you can say. When are you going to talk about the actuality, though? The what if game is going to last forever. So let's do something that is actually going to bear some fruits. Let's talk about reality, what it really is right now. Not what it can be, not what it possibly would be. No, because possibilities mean anything. That can lead anywhere. What if game can go anywhere? What if tomorrow you actually do leave her, you find another one? What if you leave her and then you never do? What if it's always going to be a what if? So why not use your actuality? The reality is you're messing up all your relationships because you're not working on later, or what you want to receive from them, and if they're going to actually give it to you. Yeah, let's say they finally do. If they give you what you actually don't want out this time, then what do you give them? And you're like, well, I want to do this. Yeah, but now you don't have those skills. You don't have that experience to give anything that's worth anything to them, possibly to where they need it. You're not going to be able to fit their needs. You're only looking out for what they need to meet your needs. But you're not going to be able to buy the Airbnbs, buy them food, but you can't even give her time. He turn out the location when he wants to. He hang out with the bros and leave her at the house for hours, come back at 4 o'clock in the morning and all kinds of stuff. And he think he do it his way because he like, yeah, she chased me, bro. I ain't never had a woman chase me before. I'm like, bro, what you're doing is you're accepting the gifts that she brings to the table and you're benefiting from her without having to submit yourself. Like, my wife had to deal with that too. Like, God told me I gotta either marry you or let you go. I can't keep receiving the benefits of a husband without submitting to you as a wife and giving you the same back. And that's the same thing for him. You can't keep looking out for people to give you something and always get what you want out of people without giving back what they deserve. And that's what he think. He think it's supposed to be like this easy mode life where it's supposed to be cutesy and stuff. She's supposed to be all for him, his ride or die, like all this. I'm like, bro, I don't know where everybody get this whole idea. They want a ride or die female that's there for them, and no matter what, she by his side. What is she by your side for? Where are you leading her? You want a woman to be submissive to a man that's not a leader, so then you're going to lead her astray. And then when you show after so many times of incompatibility over being a leader over this woman, only a follower is going to not be a follower anymore, and they're going to become rebellious against you because you're not able to lead them anywhere.
Is something that many people have to figure out. And as far as how long it's going to take them to see to continue to, they just have to keep on moving and not worried about being alone. That's the biggest thing. I compare it to like TV shows. You know, like if I told a friend of mine, like, yo, let's watch this TV show together. Me and this friend is watching this TV show together. And then next thing you know, it's just like 20 episodes that we have to like, well, I'll say a new episode comes out every week. So me and the friend watch the TV show together. We're like, yo, that was really good. Yo, we gotta watch the next episode. Can't wait till the next one come out. And then the next one comes out, and I tell my friend, hey, you ready to watch this next episode? Let's get it. And then that's when that my friend's like, well, I'm about to do this real quick. I'll watch it probably next week. And then the next episode, and I'm like, okay, baby, I'm gonna just wait for you. And then the next episode come out with the same thing, and he's continuing to make excuses over and over and over again. Guess what I had to do? Watch it alone. You know, and the thing is, for me watching it alone, next thing you know, I will like come up to a room like this, and then I'm like, yo, man, I just seen this. It was a show I really enjoyed watching, and it was like really good. And you'll probably be like, yo, what's that show? I'm like, it was so and so. You're like, oh, for real? You like that show? I'm like, man, you're like, man, I messed with that show, but for real. Now I have someone to talk about the show with, for real, because I kept on walking. Because you're gonna meet people along the way that are one with you, for real, the ones that decided to keep on walking. So it's the whole thing about it, like that taking that lonely road and being by yourself, and you're having appreciation, because like I said, you're gonna meet your family along the way, like, and those are the ones that you'll have the most beautiful conversation with, instead of like those type of people where the ones that didn't watch the show, because you go back to him and now you having a conversation with him, but he's not at the speed of where you're at. So it's like the conversation you're speaking with him about, like, it's baby language, like baby stuff, because he's not caught up to you. So it's just like, dang, man, it's like, yo, you can catch up if you wanted to. I can tell you about it, but really they gonna have to do the work, you know, to really appreciate the show, like you was able to appreciate it as well. So it's to the point where if he just had that mentality to know that, like, to know that there's more people in this world that are waiting. They're waiting for him. Like, it's not something that he's doing alone. It's someone on the other side of the world that is doing the same thing. That will meet up with each other. We'll all meet up with each other as well. So it just and patience is just is that patience, is that trust, is that trust that they have to have within themselves, to know that no matter what, if you're doing the right thing and you die doing, I'm like, if you die doing the right thing, you are a winner. Like, I tell people, I say, would you rather die knowing who you are, or would you rather die? I mean, would you rather? I said, would you rather die knowing who you are? Would you rather die knowing who you are, or would you rather live to be someone else? Because if you're living to be someone else, you're waiting for that person. Like, you're waiting for people outside of you. But when you die to know who you are, like die knowing who you are not letting no false reality stop you from living the truth. And knowing that you walked all the way to the end with the truth, without letting nothing in this world sway you from living in that truth, that's the power right there. To die knowing who you are. To know that no one was able to say, you sure you want to do this? You sure you're not scared? To know that you overcame everything, and to the end, to the point where somebody wanted to kill you. And that's the end of the Bible. You know, so to know that no matter what, somebody who tried to tempt you from walking in the truth, you kept on walking. And it's like, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. And all these people like, no, you don't gotta do this, dude. I'm not gonna let this happen to you. It's like, no, let it happen. It's gonna happen either way, because I'm living the truth. I'm living my truth. And no one is gonna be able to stop me and say, hey, you know, you gotta be this person. You gotta be this person. That's what they do in the Bible. And it's like, no, isn't this Joseph's son? You're just this, you're just that. You're not that, you're a demon. It's like they try to limit this person. So when someone tries to limit your mind, that's when they got you. Like, that limitation is what causes everyone to have authority over people. Like, that when someone decides to want to, like, I feel sorry for those people that grow up, like, that want to be basketball players, because trust me, they're gonna have parents that be like, nah, you can't be like Steph Curry, nah, don't even try, like, you can never be like that. It's like, instead of saying, nah, you better keep walking, you better keep doing it, you better keep doing your thing, because these people will limit you in this world. And if you allow these people to limit you and you accept the limitation, now they win. They win. They're like, oh, nah, I'm not supposed to. You try to be a singer and a rapper? Nah, you can't do that. That's only for this person. Only people like Drake can do that. He can sing or rap, but nah, leave that to him. I'm like, wow, the limitation in this world is so real, and it's so sad. And it's just so important to know that it's people like they're out here here to limit you. That's hell. Like, they try to limit you to their position. They try to condition you to what they've been taught. And they feel like the way they've been taught is correct. So, like, hey, I just tell people, live the way that you think is right. You'll see at the end. It's like, let's see how happy you are at the end living that lifestyle. And that's all you can let them do, is just be able to live the so-called truth that they've been identified to, and say, okay. Like, I was just in a Hebrew Israelite room. Like I said, I just told him, I said, hey, follow, like, hey, wear the fringe is, follow the Sabbath day, do all of that to the end. I'm not stopping you from doing anything. Don't eat pork, don't eat shrimp, don't do none of that. All the way until the end. That's all. And I said, the only thing I continue to tell you is to fear God. That's all. That's all. Put the fear on God. Don't fear the world. I give you that. If you want to make sure everything else, you follow those things the way that you want to follow it, do your thing. I'm not here to stop you from anything. That's the only thing that's the only thing it is with me. It's just like, I allow people to live the thing that they feel like is right, but I'm going to live what's within me, and I'm going to show people like what's within me and why I'm so happy all the time, why I feel so good, even though I do get angry when it comes down to those rooms, but my anger just turns to ambition, because I just don't give up. Like, I'm telling you, if someone blocks me in a room and tries to challenge me, I'm going to be in that room all night. That's my problem. I admit it. Like, let someone question me when I'm in a room. I'm in that room all night until everything is figured out. And that's why I'm just like, okay, until someone calls me out, someone, yo, Malik, hey, you gotta get out of here, bro. Get you out of here. I'm like, okay, got you. Like, I was about to go in all day into one of the girls that's on this app, it's a sister of mine. Like, you met Shelly before, right, Kareem?
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah. That's definitely my sister right there, and so it's like she calls me a lot, like, to get out of those rooms and everything, because she knows, like, I would really be in those rooms all day. Like, that's my mentality. It's just like, because I just want everything just to get quiet, for real. Because they will say I'm a room killer, and I don't care, because it's like why do y'all want to argue? Why don't you just want to be quiet? Like, if Kareem, what is a color that you appreciate?
You said what's a color I appreciate?
Yeah.
Black.
So if it's a room of people that are arguing about your favorite color, they're like, oh, I think it's green, I think it's orange, and they're all arguing in one room. Like, what do you just like want to like go in that room and say it's black, and they have to be quiet? They just have to be quiet at that point. But I guess they'll go after them like, okay, like, but then what do you think comedian favorite color is? And they're gonna argue again. They look for things to argue about in this world. It's like they don't want to be quiet. They're scared. And the thing is, I know that a lot of them are scared to sit down and quiet because they have to think. They have to think about what they're not doing. So they like it loud just so they don't have time to process their thoughts. It's so they can make this excuse, because when it's quiet, now they can be like, I gotta do something. I'm thinking, what is this I'm using? You're using your mind. That's what you're using right there. So it's so funny, but it's so sad that people don't want to think. They want everyone to think for them. So I gotta accept it, for real. Like, I gotta accept that people don't want to use the free tool that belongs to us, but it is what it is.
Anyway, so the whole point is, when they talk about liquidity being like one of the number one factors, because you know how when we hear about it, they talk about interest.
A lot of black people are uncomfortable with the
order effects of that influence, right? When you see other people who don't look like you using your terms or incorporating what you do into their culture, second order effects. I think a lot of black people are just uncomfortable with that.
My dog is shedding like crazy, but I found the cure. The One Is All Pet Grooming Kit. Just look at.
Yep. He's very much a baby boomer, and he very much shows those qualities, right? Like things only matter when they apply to him, and if they don't apply to him, then he just doesn't exist.
Like, I'm 60 now, and he's a bit older than me. I'm thinking to myself, dude, why are you such a snowflake? You know, I've been living on this earth for, we'll see.
As a gymnast, vaping seemed like an easy way to manage the stress, but ultimately that wasn't a healthy solution.
I know that Steve is right way, but I can't tell you how much right way it is, but I know he's right way.
Now, if everybody's comfortable, we can get started. I have announced that this seminar is to be about the cosmic network.
That privilege is that if they get raped, they automatically get believed, and that men don't. Like that was his big, see, women have it better than men do. I'm the real victim in this situation.
Women don't have to go through.
And they would be honest about the fact that women are more at risk of getting raped than men.
Wow.
I hate to interrupt, but what are you guys talking about today?
Anything, everything.
Well, I'm really interested in communication, like theory, or improving communication for myself, or increasing intelligence, increasing knowledge, increasing understanding. So how do you view your history with communication and your education with regards to communication? Are there any secrets or tips you can share with us?
If you mean what you say, and you say what you mean, you'll never regret a word you say. That would be my answer to that.
This is Republican, by the way, and you're on thin ice right now, buddy. So just be aware of that. Another good rule of thumb to follow is no matter where you go, there you are. Put that in your hat, smoke it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you say I'm on thin ice, like, is that part of the communication response with regards to the question I just asked?
Saying is if you do your trolling tactics like what you just did, you're not gonna last very long in this room. Like, how many accounts does this guy have? Like, I keep blocking them.
It's just, he's got hundreds. It's crazy.
in the room, he's running for Congress or some shit like that. And, you know, he opens his rooms about him running for Congress or whatever public office. But it will never happen. People don't enter the room.
For every sperm he has an account. The guy has like 1 million accounts.
Why would you do that? Clubhouse is not that great.
But he also can't help himself, right? Like, he has too recognizable a voice. So whenever he comes into a space, everyone's just like, okay. He's gonna start with this whole, like, all communication is hypnosis.
I love when he noise trolls in other rooms where he just starts playing some crazy ass music or some screechy noises, and it's like people are freaking out. It's funny as fuck.
But to the trained eye, like, we all see it, right? It's just that faint help, just that faint cry, help, give me attention. And it's just always there. Help.
He's running a psychological experiment, Romero. He's testing us.
Yes, because he's like Elon Musk genius.
Hey, how's everybody tonight?
Good, how are you?
Good. I did something funny tonight. It's kind of my sense of humor. So are you guys familiar with Quora, Quora.com website?
What? What website?
It's Quora. It's been around for a while. It's just a question and answer. I mean, it's
like Reddit.
Platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like Reddit. I like it. Reddit's so unwieldy to me, and you have to join these rooms. It's like, or you could just go everywhere in 2 seconds. It's just easier. But I wanted to ask because I listen to a lot of comedy, and I do have a sort of agenda, mild agenda, but anyways, I posted this question. I wanted to see what you thought of the question and maybe what you thought of some answers I've got so far. The question was, what words would be more likely for a Democrat to utter versus a Republican? And there's a reason I did that. I wanted to think about what you thought of the question and what do you think some answers might be.
Fucked up and had the money, I wouldn't. See me through those times. The truth is with a lot of you, man, again, I'm speaking in generalizations. So, but you have to stop this thing because you.
Here's meditation and wisdom.
Kitover, why are you here with 2 accounts? I remember in the beginning when I was like, Taylor, we should hang out because of being from New Jersey. And she was like, I'm married. I was like, I don't care. I'm not trying to do anything with you. I'm just trying to hang out. But she was like, no, respectfully.
I'm telling you, he will always try to do it. I mean, he tried to slip a finger. I'm just letting you know. I had to push his hands away. So.
Wait, so you knew it was John Kitover, and John Kitover came back, or Kitover came back as anonymous, and Kitover to prove that they're not anonymous. That is so funny. Okay.
Yeah, but it is him.
No, I don't have.
How do you know that?
I have an anonymous account. I have 1 or 2 left, but I'm not in the room as anonymous right now.
So maybe he has another phone. It's a different phone.
Yeah. Are they trials?
Most right. Percent him. He is the shrimp guy because he's on a boat and this and that vibe. I know it's him.
It's not me. That's somebody else.
Cool.
You honestly don't think people are going to come in your room as
Rico
anonymous?
is almost the score. Let's go.
Did it score? My room?
Almost.
So if it's not you, when I say 3 in both profiles, both of you make those eyes. 1, 2, 3. See, it's you. See, you can only do 1 account at a time.
That was wrong.
Not you two, yo, was the one.
That's funny. That's a good way to check, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure you know I'm not about this.
Oh, wait, that was wait, so this is, what's his name?
I don't bring all of them in here. Bring all your guns in here.
Family reasons.
And it's insurging, yeah.
Yeah, they're pressing, bro. They're pressing. Let's go.
Wait, how the hell do you do that? He has like 20 burner phones. Oh, is this what's his name?
Yeah.
Chicago cheeseburger.
Bring them all in.
Bring all the accounts in. It'll be funny.
Cheeseburger, how expensive is your studio?
It's not really a studio. It's just a living room, I think.
How many phones does he own is what I want to know.
I don't know. Let's see how many can come up on here.
Well, I don't know. How accurate was that picture? He had a picture that had 10 phones, but is that really accurate? I don't know.
Okay, right now
we gotta tell the local Chicago Tyrone to go rob that house because there's 10 phones in there.
Why would we want our friend to get robbed?
No, I'm kidding. That's a mean thing, yeah.
Oh, Masada?
I'm kidding, John. I'm kidding, John.
So John has 5 accounts on here right now. This is, how many more page up?
Oh, he's got more.
You know, the Pope is from Chicago now.
That's right.
To be YouTube famous? I don't know the purposes. We'll never figure it out.
Chicago produces great people, man. You're never gonna figure it out. Like, there is no purpose.
Rico, you're just saying that because EA is from Chicago.
No, actually, I was thinking of Jack Mallers.
I don't know who that is.
I mean, they had Obama, I guess, right?
No, he sucks.
Yeah, Obama's gay.
I mean,
Literally gay.
Milton Friedman.
Well, allegedly.
Cute. What do you mean? You wrote it in his fucking,
Well, he also said he ate dog in his bio, but did he really eat a dog? I don't know. Who?
Oh, you're calling him a liar because he's a black man?
In his autobiography, he said he ate a dog.
So the black woman be true.
Is that the same dog that Mitt Romney strapped to his car?
What?
Well, yeah, he just put the dog in his roof. He didn't really
Look it up.
I don't think he strapped the dog to his hood or something. No, you're right. The dog just happened to be on the roof of the car.
I know, and they made a ridiculously big deal of it. Stupid.
Oh, he also had a binder full of women.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
I remember that was all the millennial white women were going crazy.
Okay, so which Kitover do we keep?
No,
we should keep all of them.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep comedy.
no, we should follow them.
Keep Kitover.
We're gonna kick the Just make sure you don't kick.
Yeah, we're gonna keep John. Oh shit! I kicked him by mistake. We're gonna keep John and John. That we're gonna keep the other one. So we're gonna keep 2 Kitovers.
That's right.
Congress and that's right. Oh, where is he? It doesn't matter.
It's Yasmin. Get up there.
Yasmin is here. How's things going with the Christian Lebanite you're screwing?
That's personal.
Oh,
Love
she's
triangle.
in love.
Yeah, you don't have to answer that.
Wait till you take him to the conversion class, Yasmin. Then you'll find out how much he hates your mother.
That's right.
We were, yeah, so actually I took him to Chabad in Old Montreal last week.
Montreal? You straight up the rabbi.
What did you guys do? Study Torah and Tanya?
No, we drank whiskey and it worked out by the port. I don't know, it was fun. It's really good though, thank you for asking.
So what's up with your X account? Like, how's that experience for you?
My what account?
You have like a huge X following.
It's not huge.
No, I mean, it's pretty substantial.
Not really.
Well, then never mind.
Oh, David.
Yo.
You should be rooting for Edmonton to lose this series because Larry Brooks, the New York Post, wrote an article spinning a possible move of Connor McDavid to the Rangers.
If that's what okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. If they lose,
The only lean side today is because I put up some money on the Oilers to win. That's it.
I got you. But I think if the Oilers lose a series, that could happen. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
Like, I would rather, obviously American team. Like, I'd rather Florida than Miami, but
Yeah.
now, like, I'll give the Canadians a chance.
I would get a McDavid Rangers jersey, 100%.
Oh, child.
So Yasmin, how much longer do we have to wait for the hostages to be freed? When will IDF go in and make the final blow and liberate the hostages and destroy Hamas once and for all?
Because in order to destroy Hamas, you have to destroy a lot of Palestinians, and the international community is not willing to let them die. So I don't know.
Speaking of mortality, why do you sound so sick?
I don't know. I feel sick.
Maybe it's all that love making you're doing with that Lebanite. You probably transferred some bacteria to your throat.
Oh, God. Mama Janet.
Oh, no, get those sweet ass on stage.
Come on up, boo-boo.
Yeah, boo boo.
I love Mama Janet. Me too. She's my boo-boo.
Wait, who's the guy who's the little bear that says boo boo?
I don't know if any bear says boo-boo.
No, it's a cartoon.
Cartoon says boo-boo.
Yogi Bear?
Yeah, the guy big bastard.
Right.
Yogi Berra? Yogi Berra? No, not Yogi Berra.
Just Yogi.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a cartoon with Yogi the Bear. He had a pig in his basket, and
But they nobody cares. Some of us are doing things for the idea.
They don't want us to win.
I care.
thank you, kid.
Randy, when was the last time you drove a car?
A week and a half ago? A week ago? A week and a half?
What?
Why?
My guess was like 2 days or 7 years.
No. No, I do, but like not that often. No, but
Which car did you drive?
Dude, in Montreal, you don't need a car. What you can do is, if you need, for some reason, to go somewhere far distance-ish, so I'm gonna do that on the 14th, actually, there's a wedding. What you need to do then is to get, like, it's called Caminado. It's a car, you just rent it, dude. Basically, you rent it, you take it from anywhere, you park it anywhere, and that's it.
Wait, so you don't own a car?
No. So, no. In Montreal, you don't need a car.
That sounds like some gay liberal urban dweller type shit.
But I love liberals. I mean, look at. Do you want to be like a conservative who lives among cows in a fucking cow farm?
Yes.
Up shit every day, fucking while you caress her. Like, I would rather live in civilized areas.
I'm living in a commune and share cars.
What?
Do they have a zip code?
Fake fucking like sexting photos between you and some hypothetical chick that doesn't even exist. I don't want to feel like that.
Is that what this PTR is?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. In a liberal town where
It's the fakest girl ever.
Actually, that sounds like fun. I have a car.
No, Jen, if you believe that, you're an idiot.
Do they have zip codes in Canada?
So your cock isn't massive?
I'm gonna teach my children to bully your children.
Oh, you believe the correct thing, then?
Kid bullies your kid. If they're the same age and they go to the same school, I will tell my kid to bully the living shit out of your kid, Rico.
Well, hold on. If your kids go to the same school, Rabbi, that means either you've gone conservative or Rico's gone liberal.
Well, maybe this upgrades. Maybe he upgrades and he comes north.
Well, Rabbi, I don't think your kids would be invited to his kids' boarding school.
I don't think Rico's board. The only thing they will board is these nuts because they will teach them how to give blowjobs at like the 6th grade or some shit. Because you guys are Diddy motherfuckers down there in fucking Florida.
That what? Where are you getting this from?
I'm just saying. If you do the math, do you know how many American kids go missing every year?
I think that number is very inflated because there's a lot of like kids that go missing in reports like at national parks and shit. And I don't know. I think that they don't actually like keep up with once they're found, so they just.
Man, you got the stats all wrong. You know how many 17-year-old girls from the ghetto just disappear overnight and go to Vegas?
And there's no reason to look at my house. I'd let you guys know if they were at my house.
I'm just saying, these kids, they message each other on the Instagram, and the next thing you know, they in Manhattan, they in Miami, and the parents are like, my daughter's been kidnapped!
They getting flown out of shit.
Wait, it's Rick.
Oh my God, Rick, how's your handicap this summer? What are you shooting, 85, 78? What's your score these days on a par 72?
Kitover, I'm actually playing pretty well right now. That's like 84, 85. What's going on, Janet?
Not too much. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
I know, everyone still calls you Mama Janet.
Everybody loves Mama Janet.
I love Mama Janet. I won't tell you what I used to call her.
Isn't Mama Janet in your song?
She doesn't like it.
Why didn't you like it, Mama Janet?
She doesn't. It's a very nice name. I'm telling you, if I say it, it's gonna go like what? Yeah, it's gonna be like what?
You might as well say it now.
Some kind of bubble butt?
But she will. No, it's not like bubble butt. If I say it, it'll stink. So I'm not sure if I should say it.
I think Melissa is bubble butt, no?
Melissa is bubble butt, but she's blonde.
I thought you unblocked her.
Did I unblock her?
So you said.
I honestly forgot if I unblocked her. Let's check.
Wasn't Tim, you're like, I unblocked her for you.
Oh, I said I'm gonna unblock her and block the realist instead.
Johnny's been going wild.
Johnny is retarded these days. Nah, okay. Anyways, I used to call Janet Big Mama Notepads.
Wait, Big Mama what? Say again?
Notepads.
I remember that.
Notepads.
Oh my God, I remember that too.
They suspended my Hinge account.
Yeah, I'm banned on Hinge too.
I had such a hot date lined up for Friday. I'm so fucking pissed.
They banned you from Hinge too?
They suspend your account because, like, I just copy and paste. They say, I'm taking you sailing this Saturday into brunch.
That's why they do it? Maybe that makes sense.
It could just be, like, automated spam. I appealed. We'll see if I get it back.
They're not going to give you
you won't get
I know I won't get it back. It's bullshit.
Yeah, and then, but did you verify your face and shit like that?
No, maybe once.
That was smart.
Phone is hot.
Rico, what's up with the PTR?
A girl I had in 2016. She messaged me randomly, and
yeah, her random message was you have a massive cock without.
No, this was 6 or 7 messages down.
You know what? My dad had a pink horse that flies.
Randy doesn't believe it.
I don't. I think you're full of shit because the messages you show.
It's not possible for me to make that.
I saw your other PTR. That was way crazier than this one.
Wait, is that the daddy one, right?
Yes.
It just looks so fake.
I saw this.
It's all bullshit, Randy. You're right.
It looks so fake. That's all I'm saying. I haven't seen women talk with that much. She's dead, basically. No emojis, no life, no nothing. Usually, girls won't speak like that. So
I want to know what the question was before.
if that is a girl,
You just send her a dick pic. That's my guess.
I think it's probably an Ezra Fry. Because it's obvious that she doesn't like it. It's more like she thinks he likes it, so she does it. Like, that's escort energy.
Amazing. It's all escort.
I mean, the question is why is he PR? So I don't get it.
But he's trying to prove something.
Because I know it triggers Rabbi.
It doesn't trigger. It's the
The other one, put the other one back up, Rico. I was going through my photos today. I thought I screenshotted it, but I didn't.
The shit you say and you do that. So cringe, dude.
The other one, what is it? Daddy. Good morning, Daddy.
Something like that, yeah.
Sounds like an escort.
Why is it so hard to believe I can get girls? I don't get it.
Because you can't. You know you can't.
It's amazing.
Here's your problem, Rico. If you're gonna give evidence, give all of it. Like, you're obviously not willing to share the name on all this shit, so that means you're shut up. That means you're not willing to share it. Period. So we don't want to hear it.
But do you think that this?
I'm a loser, guys.
No one said you're a loser, but this whole game, this dick showing contest, it's annoying.
You should have joined the dick measuring competition.
Are you telling? Yeah, he should have. But are you telling me that he is gonna take a screenshot of Snapchat where it's gonna tell her that he took?
It's so true, Rico.
It exists, yeah, I did.
It's so true. She definitely got a notification. Rico screenshot.
She didn't get a notification because he didn't take a screenshot. What he did is simply.
Take another one.
It's not appropriate to
You want me to take another one of the notification?
The point is, Rico, that's a private conversation.
Another screenshot of the notification.
Shut the fuck up. Don't share private conversations with us.
Well, I mean,
respect that girl.
We want to
be a gentleman.
Stop rooting our worldview.
What did she say when she got the notification of the screenshot? Because it just makes it look like
Yeah.
a screenshot you need to show to someone else.
Obviously. I obviously he didn't take a screenshot. He took a screenshot of what he found on Facebook or some shit. This is not a comment.
Rabbi, would you like me to take another screenshot of the screenshot notification and that message?
No, we want you to act like a regular person and not try to prove this shit. This is
Rabbi wants a screenshot of the screenshot.
I want you to trust the full screenshot of this and send something else that we tell you to send to her and prove that that is indeed the person.
No, I'm not also
Exactly.
a picture of your penis with a quarter to scale.
Yeah, you guys want to see the dick too.
No, please no.
That's what you want, Rabbi. Just submit it.
We can't know her user.
And then Dawn just back channeled me. She said, PTO the proof.
PTO the proof. Exactly. We want proof, not evidence.
Rico, you watching this puck game?
Yeah.
Overtime, bro. Let's go. So Rick, I have $100.
It's not final. I'm glad.
I have a horrible bet on the line.
If Florida wins the Stanley Cup, I have to link up with Rico.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Elbow Room.
You have to what?
Linking up with Rico.
We're gonna go to Elbow Room when they bring the cup to Elbow Room. Link up with these nuts. How about that? You might eat my ass.
Wait, how come I wasn't involved? How come I wasn't involved?
Yeah, of course you're invited.
You can come.
Alright, dude.
So Rick, I have just one bet for this one game. It's only $100, but I have Edmonton to win this one.
Rude with you.
Let's go.
Ryan, do you care about both of the bets? Ryan, do you care about Bobadilla's bets? Alright,
Ryan, you don't have to answer that.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was I didn't know I was muted. Sorry. I don't give a shit. Although I did help him pick the winner of the Kentucky Derby last year.
No,
or the Triple Crown. I don't remember.
You got sovereignty?
No, last year.
Who was it?
Last year it was I'm sure he remembers.
So like when we eventually meet in person, I'll buy you a dinner. I'll buy you drinks or something. For sure.
Yeah, which horse race was it that I picked? That I got.
Oh yeah, you did win that one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was the
Kentucky Derby.
That was the Derby last year.
Rico had a great horse. The bull.
It was something bold, yeah.
It was the bull, and he got totally cucked.
He did get cocked. He was off to a really good start, like the first half.
Did you pick him just because his name was the Bull?
Yeah, it was something bull. I forget what it was. Well, yeah, I picked it as a rainy joke. Bobadilla, what do you think about the president's Truth Social post?
What did he say? I didn't get any breaking news alerts.
Trump said, "I like President Xi of China, always have and always will, but he is very tough and extremely hard."
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I read that in the New York Post. Yeah.
Yeah, because Donald Trump thinks he's going to McDonald's or some shit, and he's gonna order all the fries. Like,
yeah, it's just like it's just a stupid back and forth. That's I'm not gonna pay attention until actually something happens.
This actually is very important for you since you do business.
It is. It's like, dude, my company, like, we're, there's a huge significant situation that's involved in.
I thought you all moved to India.
Well, yes, that takes time, Lou. I mean, our factory finally got approved. We got the green light and everything, but it takes time.
Oh, your factory? Yeah, but you're gonna get tariffed over there also.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like we can deal with that in the back. That's fine.
Well, I'm not sure.
That's what Ryan said.
That's right. Get the money back to the honey.
What did I say?
You can deal with that in the back.
Okay. I actually like to deal with things up front because putting things off pisses. When you get to the point where you have to confront everything that you put off.
Then deal will get tired.
I think he was making anal sex joke.
You turn everything gay, then the one time I like. Jesus.
Be unpredictable. That's all I can say.
No, but the Faggots are very predictable.
Overtime Cup final hockey is the best sports there is.
Now, what do you know about hockey? All you know is like photoshopping fake images to make it seem like bitches are sending you.
He actually plays hockey though. I think he's pretty good. I haven't seen him.
Randy, if you want more, Rico, if you want more women to send you messages like that, it's just best not to share them with other people. Those are just for you. Yeah, no shit. Thanks. So next time, well, I'm just telling you, if you think that I am in the wrong for making fun of you for being an asshole, you're wrong. I'm not an asshole. I'm a nice guy. You are. That is an asshole move. I'm sorry. You guys are assholes to me.
Let's be real. Look, we are assholes to you, that is true, but you have to always ask yourself, Rico, why is it that they're assholes to me? Is it my fault, or is it everybody's fault? See, it's always going, that's what Trampleson was trying to do.
Oh, come on, Rico. Don't give in to peer pressure. Keep the PTR out.
That's right. Yeah, so Rick here doesn't care about you. He wants you to be the biggest pinata on Clubhouse.
That's right. I want the other PTR out.
The daddy one?
Yeah.
If you get a big wrench and girls calling you daddy, like, why not flex it?
Oh my god.
Child.
Wow, I don't know how Florida is.
That's the reason why you wouldn't have to.
Did they score?
No. But
I thought it was
No.
Puck went totally through the crease.
It's
And it's a
going,
2-on-1.
it's going fast, though. It's going fast.
Yeah, what the fuck? This is like 4-on-4, but it's definitely not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're definitely not pulling any punches.
Oh, child, look at that. Oh, you take a look at that.
David, how was the baseball game?
That was a good time. Like, the Mets, even though I don't like the Mets won. It was a good time. The clients were happy, family was happy, King was happy. It was a good time.
How much did they play again?
Rockies.
I got a text from David, which was surprising that the text was at like a normal time in the day. It wasn't like 2 or 3 in the morning. He's like, hey, can I call you? I'm like, sure.
Do you get
Like on FaceTime, and I let it ring, and like I wasn't sure if I was gonna answer, and I'm like, alright, fuck it, I'll answer. And it was David and King Nav. I'm like, what the fuck?
You went with Naveen? You went with Naveen, David?
Yeah, at the Mets game, yeah.
No.
Because I know he's a huge Mets fan.
And
I'm like,
does he whisper in real
life? No, he's cool. He's cool in real life.
He's
But like,
right? He's like 6'6" or something?
he's a very tall guy. Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
14.
Are you talking to me?
Coke in the bathroom.
But you're saying he doesn't whisper in real life?
No, we talk normally. Like, there's no reason to whisper. Like, because we're obviously at the baseball stadium. So.
And does he talk about anything other than Trump and the Mar-a-Lago?
I mean, well, we were talking a lot about like the Mets because I brought some friends and some clients who are Mets fans, and the other half were huge Trump guys or like politicians. So yeah, it kind of worked out.
Yeah, but addicted to politics. Like, did he talk about any other than Trump?
Yeah, we know he talked about other stuff as well, of course. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
But it did help that some of the people at the that invited to the game were also big Trump guys, so that also helps as well.
I love how you guys worship Trump. No, I'm thinking about.
Well, for the record, I don't worship Trump.
No, I do.
Yeah, he's about to sign a big beautiful bill and make us rich, Rabbi.
I mean, there's a lot of Trump worship, but I'm just.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Elon is like turning on.
Build the temple.
No, it's more complicated than that. Elon is he's just doing his thing. He's going through the press situation, and he's distancing himself from, because what he knows is going to be a large spending bill. So I don't fault him for that.
Oh, why the Republicans? Dude, they always spend more than the Democrats, right? And then, but like they're constantly making it like they're going to reduce spending.
Well, what happens is, like, when they're in power, and unfortunately, when they run for election, they're like, we're going to cut spending, but then when they actually get into power, then they really don't do that, unfortunately.
Both parties deficit spend, just on different shit.
The uniparty.
That's right. At least the Republicans, like, at least in this this big beautiful bill, at least they're cutting, taxes, so that's good.
That's right. That's more inflation for us, for Bitcoin.
Did they really name it that, or is that just what Trump's calling it?
That's literally what they named it.
Oh god, we're so fucked.
I know.
Oh my god.
Well, the good thing is, like, as long as we grow GDP, then, our deficit will go down automatically. So let's hope that keeps happening. Not likely, but possible.
Someone just took a big jab at you, Rico.
I don't know what that means.
Ryan knows.
Okay.
The revelation.
Rick, it wasn't, Rick, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. It was like, there was like, maybe like 3-4 hours of today where it was basically Randy beating up on Rico, which wasn't very nice. And,
About what? The test?
yeah, just about, I didn't like it.
You don't have to answer that. The truth is that Rico's very cringe. I love Rico like my child, but he's very cringe. His actions and his words are retarded, and I just told him that that's what it is. I love him. That's the truth. Look, if I'm your friend, I would tell you that, son, you are retarded, and you should stop doing this because it is not to your benefit. That's what your friend would tell you. The one who tells you, you know what, Rico, you're the best way you could be. You amazing. That's not your friend.
And then Rick, it turned into there was like a long Issa conversation as well. It was the whole thing.
He does behave like a total
An Issa conversation.
But Isabel is right on many things. Not all, but many things. Like, I do understand.
Still 2 years later, not over Rico.
Yeah, I think he says that.
The whole fear is that to get thrown off the roof.
On a lot of things, but
I would say most.
I'm not sure I would go there.
Rico, can you use a fork and knife?
I have no idea how to use a fork and knife, right?
No, you don't. Oh yeah, there's a difference between he knows how to use a fork and knife. He doesn't do it with etiquette. He's like an American. He eats with all the oil dripping down his fucking beard, which he doesn't even have because he shaves it. But like he doesn't use the
There's nothing wrong with eating like that when you're by yourself, but yeah.
He holds the knife with his left hand. Who the fuck? See, I'm telling you, he's like, this guy's American. That's what it is.
Amazing.
Well, for the record, like when I was in Toronto, I don't think I ever saw Rico eating with a knife and fork, but in New York, I definitely saw him doing that. So, let the record show. Rico does know how to use a knife and fork.
Rico, does David drool in his food when he drinks?
No.
Do you remember that joke, Rico, when you ordered a hamburger in Toronto and it was like somebody asked about that and it's like, did you see Rico use a knife and fork in Toronto? And I was like, well, actually, you ordered a hamburger, so like, no.
Yeah, we were like a sports bar before the release day.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's right.
Yo, come on, Edmonton almost. Did you see that?
No, David, but like, come on, you blue balled me. That was close.
Yeah, dude, that's like a lesson. You know. Sorry, go ahead.
That icing or a penalty? That was a nice save.
That was a nice save. Yeah.
If anybody wants to come to Chicago, link is in the chat. You can book my boat on Airbnb, and I will be your wingman, and I will get you laid.
Oh, he just missed it. He didn't even save it.
Oh, child. Oh, child.
That'd actually be funny to rent his boat.
Dozens of bubble butts are included.
Bubble butt. Suddenly now she has a problem with the word bubble butt. It's absurd. What a joke.
According to who? Her or T-Robs?
According to her, she's been like, she loves bubble butt as a pet name for her for like 4 years now, but now suddenly she has a problem with it because she's hanging out with Muslims and she wants to like impress these Muslims, and they don't like it if she's called bubble butt. So now she doesn't like it anymore suddenly.
That is crazy that she hangs out with all the Muslims.
Does she have issues with her father? Is that why she has to like you guys?
On her knees simping for Muslims. I don't think she has. I'm not gonna expose her shit. I blocked her.
Fuck Rico.
I'm not gonna.
That's like a weird statement, Rico.
I'm not go out of my way to attack the bitch. I just think that she's retarded, and I think that she does a lot of drama, and that's basically it. So I just don't see a use for her in my life. That's all it is. That's right. That's all it is.
I'm about to paint a whole house tomorrow, and so today I like spent the whole day like taping and putting down plastic and shit, and I'm just like, it is such a pain in the ass to paint. You know, there's so many like little like ledges and details. It's like
why don't you hire somebody to do that?
Cause it's like in my backyard. It's like, am I gonna pay some guy $2,000-$3,000 to paint the whole fucking place? It's like, I'll do it myself. It's something to do other than coming on here and talking or listening all day.
And then you gotta put like the blue tape and all the edges, you know.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's a lot of work. It's exhausting. Paint gets all over you. It's like, you know, I like my skin.
Rico, are you watching this game?
Yeah, why?
Dude, like, I'm sorry, but the Edmonton is like,
making me think there's a goal.
Yeah, I thought they scored too. I thought somebody scored.
David, be honest.
Dude, look at that replay.
David.
Those guys are fucking going.
David, when was the last time a woman said to you, come inside me? Go ahead, come inside me. Be honest, David. Has a woman ever told you to come inside her?
That was a really good one-timer. That was an amazing save by the problem.
Yeah, also like the stuff going into that. Thank you, Lou. Like, I choose not to. Thank you.
David, have you ever procured the services of an escort?
No.
You don't have to answer that, David.
I can answer that.
Certainly don't have to answer that.
It's a very hard no. No.
So you're saying it was hard?
I mean, you got the money, like, you know.
I facilitated like clients and like having.
No, don't answer that. Don't answer
Okay, never mind.
Can we name and shame?
You can do whatever you want, Rick.
Very quiet.
I mean, have you ever actually tried to like do a social experiment where you casually, like, if you meet somebody out and you're like, this may sound crazy, but like, you know, where you actually make a solicitation? I've never done that, but have any of you have ever experimented with that?
What? Ran into a woman and be like,
No, you meet some young chick at a bar who's like a little cunt, and then you basically drop that, be like, hey, by the way, like, you should come to my place and make $1,500 tonight. And like, but do it seriously, and then like, as a social experiment, like, do you think her response would be, really? Are you fucking for real right now?
Pulled up in court.
That happens all the time, like in Vegas, like when I'm in Vegas for like, you know, work conferences, like we would always play around with the girls like at the lobby bar.
I was in Vegas I've only been once. I was in there in Vegas for like 3 hours. We had to go pick up something, and yeah, we were sitting at the bar, and some girl was just like, she literally like solicited. She exactly.
Yeah, dude, every single lobby bar, it's the same.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Exactly.
You know, since they deleted my Hinge account, I'm thinking about like the next beautiful woman I see. I'm just gonna come up to her and be like, "I just swiped right on you. My name is John. I'd like to take you out on a date and take you sailing into
That's probably
Bali."
a good line.
Kick this nigger so that he can come in with his other account.
Oh no, that bastard. Can't find it anymore. He blocked me. I think he blocked me. Alright, maybe it's because he kicked all my accounts. Well, that's the end of it. Oh, I don't think they kicked this one.
That Rico made a house on Clubhouse about?
That's right, yeah. Legendary bar.
And I know those guys because they did it last year. Like they'll pour beer in like random fans' mouths out of the cup, and like I think that'd be an awesome picture and experience. So yeah, I want that to happen.
Wait, I thought we were going to 11. No.
Both.
Dave's gonna be here for 11.
Kitover is back.
Yeah, this is the only account that you didn't kick.
Exactly. Any good nothing burgers lately? Scam movies?
I haven't. I mean, I record a lot on Clown House, but basically it truly is the same fucking dance and song. There's nothing new. It's the same shit every day. Nothing is new. Oh.
So.
Because like this things and ways
about the things he believes in. That's it.
I don't think we know. We don't know it all.
But again, it doesn't look too pretty. Let's just call it really what it is. It's not looking pretty, right? It's not looking like a really pretty Tiffany's box with a beautiful Tiffany's bow right now.
Did it ever look?
It's in the other things right here because Trump is. One second. Can you meet that person up, guys? Trump.
Can you mute that person up?
Generosity, the revelation at Sinai emptied the people of selfhood, and their souls departed with every word to preserve the self. God commanded the people to build the Holy of Holies, in which God's presence would dwell, and where divine unity would be revealed. When the temple was destroyed, and with it the Holy of Holies, the way became God's dwelling place, and spiritual practice became a path to self-emptying. Chief among the spiritual practices is generosity, for generosity is the right arm of God. The practice of generosity is equivalent to all other spiritual practices. Talmud Shabbat 88b, the rabbis taught that the intensity of God's revelation was so great as to erase the sense of separate selfhood in all those present. They would die with each word and then return in the moment between words. In 586 BC and again in 70 CE, halakha, often rendered as generosity, revelation, and Sinai emptied the people of selfhood, and their souls departed with every word to preserve the self. God commanded the people to build the Holy of Holies.
Loving Father, quote unquote.
Sana
Hamas forever! Free the hostages and kill the Hamas forever! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim! Alhamdulillah!
قاعد يسب حماس.
Go away, motherfucker, crazy. هذا يبي تربية.
المشكلة أنا ضايف فوق بس أمك يا جماعة.
They kicked me from the room.
These people don't, they don't love you according to the source anyway.
These people!
Where you at? What we got?
Oh my God. There's only one God. Come on, Lion. You know something. That's exactly right. What the fuck? There are myriads of gods. We've already went over this. No,
Why would God say that? Why would God say you shouldn't worship any other gods?
Capital G God. There isn't Nathan. They believe in multiple gods.
Let me just say this. Listen to me. It's only one capital G. Listen, it's only one capital G God. I'm not talking about the little G gods. I'm talking about the capital G God.
There's only one, man. I'm not. Yeah, you're talking about the God of the Bible, right? The God of the Bible. They don't serve that. But King Solomon, this country was not built off.
But don't get it, bro.
And eat at everybody's house, man.
No.
Yeah,
I sent you that, right?
Stop.
You can't eat it inside the house.
I used to love me a good potluck, and then I started.
Don't eat it.
And from a very great distance is what proof theory is about. So, within certain famous limits, the semantic relation that holds between two symbols when the proposition expressed by the one is implied by the proposition expressed by the other can be
I mean, really, most of their hate comes from soccer. It doesn't come from,
But with Argentina, they have Chinese shipping vessels that are infringing on their economic exclusion zone.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that as Argentina, all of that stuff improves. I mean, Argentina seriously is in such a good position right now because the United States trying to transition. What they should transition is they should turn fucking Argentina to China. You fucking make everything there. They have so many resources, so much energy, and it's, you know, we've got West Coast ports, we've got East Coast ports. We're taking control of the Panama Canal, so I mean, technically, if they ever did make friends again with Chile and it was solid, I mean, do you realize that fucking Argentina, their whole western border, they could fucking seriously build a railroad right through the Andes into Santiago and just fucking kill it on both sides, both oceans. I mean, they have a huge advantage if they took advantage of it.
I mean, there was a point in history where people thought that Argentina would be more successful than America.
Well, there's no doubt. It wasn't that long ago.
It was the #1 country in the world.
1870s, 80s, 90s. I mean, all you have to do is go to Argentina. You know, especially on the whole continent of South America. When you go there, you're like, this is by far the nicest place in all of South America.
So Jack, do you think the Western Hemisphere strategy should really focus primarily on Argentina? Maybe Argentina, Chile?
Well, I think the reason why is because of the resources. Not like that.
Yeah. So if you had Chile, then you get the copper.
Yeah, but it's not just that. Believe it or not, the other untapped resource, which Chile and Peru fought over on the northern border of Chile, there in the Atacama, there is so much fucking minerals that have gone untapped.
Yeah.
Just say that.
But then I want to be like solid.
Had a specific context that it didn't mean none of these other nappy-headed religions from the fucking desert, from the fucking shit town in India, or any of these other goddamn countries. It meant one fucking God, and it's the one I serve, not these other niggas. Facts. That's garbage, but whatever, nigga.
Of how much he got every year and add it up. Because it's, I don't know how many.
Freaking president.
I don't know how many millions he got. The one time I looked into it, I mean, yeah, I read RFK's book, and you know, it's a little bit mind blowing, and the fact that he's not in jail, you know, it's like, okay, so I read somewhere about this phenomena, this psychological phenomena of when somebody murders a certain number of people, there's this psychological acceptance. And then when the number grows, something happens to people psychologically. And they can't deal with it, or somehow it and in a way it protects the perpetrator. And I can see that with Fauci. You know, it's not like he killed a couple of people. God only knows how many people he's been responsible for their deaths. And when it grows to that number that nobody wants to talk about, there's a kind of, I don't know, like a haze over people's thinking, or
hello,
they can't deal with it.
Hello? I was just in a room.
You said you
I thought you said you were done with retards. It's very bizarre.
Fucking bored, I guess.
How was the date?
Oh, I had a good date, and then I didn't get her number. Like, I just forgot to ask her for her number because, like, we messaged on Hinge, and then I never got her number. And then I go home, and the next day, fucking Hinge suspends my account. So I wanted to take her out this Saturday, but now I don't have a Hinge account
Why
anymore.
did they suspend your account?
They don't give you an explanation. People just complain, like on Clown House. They're like, this guy's a fucking spammer. Fuck this guy. And then they go, you're deleted. They don't refund you the money. It's such a scam. It's so stupid.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm just going to go into the real world and go up to girls now and go and put my hand up and say, swipe right. Hello, my name is John. I've just swiped right. See how they respond. See what.
Are you gonna swipe them right in real life?
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go. I've just swiped right in you. My name is John. I'd like to take you to brunch and to sailing.
So did you guys like each other?
Yeah, we had fun. We had fun. She was a cool chick. You know, but I don't know. She kind of had like some like cheddar in her her bottom teeth. I was like, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it looks like you got fucking buttercorns. You look like you got butter stuff in the bottom of your teeth. She was pretty though. She was pretty. She was Mexican and something else, but like, she was a pretty girl. But like, I'm thinking like, damn, like, what do you need, a water pick? Because some people have that lower bracket in the bottom of their teeth, and then like it gets full of gunk, and like you gotta go to the dentist. So she's one of those chicks. She's like a butter.
Oh no.
She's a butter. She's a true butterface.
Oh my god, I can't. I mean, I hate it. People don't take care of their teeth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry you got suspended from Hinge. And is it like Clubhouse that they return your account or something, or it's just gone forever?
It'll probably be gone forever. I filed an appeal, but I doubt that they'll reinstate it. So, you know, they have reinstated it in the past, but like maybe I'm like tagged now as somebody who has had an account that was deleted in the past. So, you know, whatever. The way I look at it is, it's like I spent so much time and energy matching with all those people and chatting with them, and then it's like, if I would have just used that fucking time to get my shit more, you know, in order here in my real life, I could just be down at the beach anyways. And there's just, you know, you just gotta go to the beach. It's like, there's tons of people there, and they're all in bikinis. So it's like, the good weather is here now. It's like, I'll meet beautiful women this summer. But it's just so annoying that a fucking dating app, which makes it easy for you to do like large scanning and communication, it's like, you fucking spend money on it and you spend time on it and you're chatting with beautiful people, and the next thing you know, they're like, sorry, your account has been suspended. And you're like, this is so fucking stupid, because you're paying for it. It's like, what does this company think? Like, what's wrong with this company? Like, what's wrong with these companies? It's like, I'm not even saying anything inappropriate, and I'm a total gentleman. It's just, maybe it's because I spam. I'm just like, you know, I'd love to take you to brunch and to sailing. It's like, isn't this what this fucking app is for? To like take people out on dates? It's so stupid. It's annoying.
Yeah. I do find a lot of spammers, especially on Tinder. Not spammers, sorry. How do you say scammers on Tinder? I don't even bother anymore.
I haven't used Tinder in years. It's like, but Hinge also, there are scammers on Hinge, and then Hinge will send you an email saying, Mary Kate has been removed for suspected for illegal behavior, and you're like, wow.
Oh wow, they actually tell you?
They send you an email when somebody has been deleted to like give you a warning in case you're like talking to them or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dating scams is like a $10 billion a year industry, because basically it's direct communication. It's like, imagine just having fake profiles where you can just like literally try to rip people off. It's like the most direct approach to scamming people.
Yeah, I always get I mean, I haven't met anyone online in like 5 years. Like I haven't done the online dating in a long time. But sometimes I just go in, you know, to like when I'm bored and just swipe right, swipe left, and whatever. And maybe I'm like, okay, well, maybe today I will find someone interesting, but not really. Anyway, so I swipe right and swipe left, and I notice the type of profile that it is, you know, and now I do it on purpose because it becomes a little bit like fun, like a game. But they always have the same story. Oh, I am originally from Scotland. I'm originally from Edinburgh, and I just moved to Zurich to create an investment firm with a friend, or I just moved to Basel with my uncle, and I am starting my business in forex, you know, or in gold investment or whatever. And it's like they always tell you something like to open the line, and they're like, "What do you do for work?" You know, and so I have started playing like, oh yeah, I work in a supermarket, or yeah, you know, and just like ridiculous things like this. And then when you tell them like a job that makes you look like poor, they unmatch you immediately.
I was living in Beverly Hills area, and I went to this like Chinese art gallery where they had really pretty cool artwork, but also very expensive. And it was owned and managed by somebody who claimed that they were like the 16th Dalai Lama or something, and they were from Taiwan. And there was this like Asian chick there who was not even hot, but like she was very professional. And I asked her what she did, and she said she manages a hedge fund and she can guarantee me 12% a month. And I was just like, and I immediately like, I was like, should I like punch this person in the face for being like a scam artist or something? Like I was like personally kind of like, you know, like, you stupid fucking thief. I was like, yeah, I was like, how dare you even like say something to me like that? I was just like, have a good day. And like, but I could like, my fangs came out. I was like, I'll rip you apart. I was angry.
And it's just so annoying because the fact that they think you will believe that is already insulting. You know, it's like, really, do I look like that much of a moron to tell me this?
There's a sucker born every moment, but like, I don't know. I'm just like, I've been involved in like marketing where it's like, I know there's deceptive advertising, and so it's like a lot of people are communicating with people, but I think the overall IQ of like people being able to detect spams has like gone way up. Like most people don't fall for, I don't know, people fall all the time, but anyways, it's not as high as it used to be.
Yeah, well, older people, maybe boomers, you know, they might fall for it more.
Well, it's like a drug addiction.
My mom would be one of those that would fall for it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. My mom is kind of cut off from the internet, but the moment somebody goes on the internet and they get caught in something, then it becomes like a daily thing. These romance scams are real. Like, I should warn my mom, be like, hey, just FYI, if like you are dating or something, like there's just so many ways to like scam you, basically.
Yeah. What I worry about is my mom one day receiving one of these calls, you know, AI, and I don't know, for it to be me or one of my sisters, and tell her to do something, you know, that's what I worry about, because she will definitely believe it.
Yeah. Anyways,
well,
what time?
I'm sure you're not gonna see your date anymore.
Oh, I don't care. I'll go to the beach by myself and I'll see 30 more of them. I'll be like, oh, hello, 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 hello. Like, what was I upset about? That's the funniest thing. It's like my friend Max last night called me, and he's like, this girl that he had like an amazing experience with. he said something to her kind of inappropriate at the like end of the day. She was like, I've never been in a relationship, and he's like, well, maybe you don't like talking to the guy you're with, or he said something like that, because she didn't want to stick around and have a conversation, and so she just started crying, and then the next day she's like, good luck and blah blah blah. But I totally gave him some advice, and I texted him to see if he reversed her opinion, and they met up tonight. But I don't know. People. I don't know. It's kind of hard. And it's anyways. It's just like I don't know. I'm more interested. I just know that the purpose of life is not to compromise with somebody's bad personality or behavior and words. I just don't. I'm at that point where it's like if I'm dating somebody and they're using negative words all the time and are just like an annoying, complaining, bitchy person, it's like
Oh, that's the worst.
yeah, I want somebody's personality to melt me, where I'm just like I really like you, I really love you, you know. But there's other women where I'm just like, damn, you give me a migraine.
Yeah, but also men. I mean, Thomas was bitching like that. It was just so bad. Like everything that would come out of his mouth was a complaint about anything. About his work, about his family, about the black people, the Jews, the women, the world. It's just all misery around. It was horrible.
I think I might have been. I don't know. I've always had a pretty good attitude, but I've had setbacks in life. But I've never blamed setbacks for Well, I guess I did. I guess I blamed my dad for a moment, a bad moment. I was like, "This is all your fault. You did this to me. You decided to have a child." That was my. Basically, it was
Is he still alive?
yeah, my dad's alive. It was basically.
Do you speak with him?
Yeah, I texted him today. We get along. But what I'm saying is I was more upset that he wasn't giving me attention. So this is pre-Clubhouse where it was give me dopamine, give me dopamine, give me dopamine. Nobody would give me dopamine. It pissed me off.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that mindset does everything in the end. Everyone has had lows in their life, sometimes I've been in deep shit. Whether it's starting from scratch in a new country or just everything going wrong, or whatever it is. But you feel depressed, you feel down, but I don't know, you cannot just go and blame everyone because then you just become bitter and it's very difficult to get out of there. And really the people that complain is because they're looking for someone's attention, They just need love. They need attention.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm also looking for intelligence, though. I know there's beautiful, intelligent people out there, but the problem is there are so many liberals out there. And in their profiles, they literally say, if you voted Trump, we do not have the same values or morals. So swipe. It's like, damn. It's like, do you really think you're morally superior to somebody, but yet you're not in power? How are you going to criticize the government when it's the reality?
They're doing you a favor because you don't want to date anyone like that either way. I mean, to me, it's great if I can know up front, that they are that progressive.
Yeah, I don't think people conceal it though, which is weird. I mean, I feel like people should conceal their political party affiliation and even political beliefs. That's something you should actually try to conceal in a way, because you're more attractive when there's nothing but mystery. When you identify yourself, you essentially remove your mystery and intelligence, you're showing your cards. you're giving the show away to, or something. I don't know.
I mean, if you're offering it like in a dating profile, maybe you're right. But that is something that I would actually kind of like try to find out on the first time I meet them. Like where do they stand in terms of values?
Yeah, my dad told me one time, he's like, John, never marry a liberal. And but I think people's attitudes change. But there's also like two types of liberals. There's like the intelligent liberal, and then there's the stupid liberal. So like if you're just like a caring, kind, compassionate person who wants good things for everybody, including yourself, but you're not like a hyper partisan, then you're like a good person who is not political. Like, but then he's like, do I even believe you? Like, how do I know you're not going to become like super political, like an insane person? I post Bernie Sanders videos all day long. It's like, how the fuck do people think Bernie Sanders is like a socialist when he is like the biggest recipient of all this special interest money, pharma, everything? Like, the guy has a fucking fortune under his command. So it's like, he doesn't stand up to corporations, and he doesn't stand up to the government. I mean, the guy is just the biggest fucking like propagandist fraud with tons of money, and people just eat it up like he's part of a resistance. It's like, no, he is the resistance against you. Like, why do you support this guy?
He's the pig of Animal Farm.
My friend used to call him the cucumber farmer, or the pickle.
Why cucumber farmer?
The pickle farmer.
Well, I think it's more probable to find liberal women out there single looking for someone than liberal men. Although when I see a liberal man, usually they're like, their demeanor is already very gay. When it's like feminist men, I just think that's super gay. Like, a man cannot be liberal. Sorry, but a man that is liberal is a faggot.
Is gay, yeah.
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 They cannot be defending like gay, LGBTQ, trans stuff, and one. Shit, my alarm went off. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you cannot be wanting to put women above you, and be dominated by women. That is already, I don't know, very unattractive.
This is like horrific. I mean,
And here in Europe, there are a lot of liberal men, and that's a problem.
I don't know. I feel like if you're fully transparent, I mean, you gotta work together. Like, my dad's happily married, and I know that they, work on their relationship, work together on business, work together on their whole life is them. They're each other's number one priority. There's no other priority that supersedes that other person, and they make that the priority. So it's like they don't cross that line of, and I'm sure they just like actually doing kind things for each other. So my dad, second marriage, and it's like, oh, this was your destiny to get married to this woman. So it's kind of interesting, you might have a failed marriage, but then have a successful second marriage, but then statistically your chances of a successful marriage go down the second time because
you're, really?
Yeah, the third time, even a higher chance of divorce. I don't know if so those are the numbers, those are the statistics, but that just points out that person is an unstable person and shouldn't be getting married to begin with, because they're incapable of maintaining relationships. Like, why the fuck do you keep rushing into marriage? You can't even maintain the relationship.
Yeah, but you can make the same claim about people that have never been married, like me, for example. You could say, oh, you cannot maintain a relationship, and that's the reason why you're still single. And it's not necessarily always that. It's just like, I don't know, I think that, well, when you marry someone just because you love them, I think that is lack of like due diligence, because you should have known a lot of stuff before you married them, instead of just married because of the butterflies. And that is what a lot of people do when they're too young. And they don't know each other.
I don't know, I've gone out
But then
with
you weigh too much, and it's just shit.
I've gone out with like single mothers, you know, and
Oh no.
just on like dates. Like if you're beautiful, I'll go out on a date with you, even though I know you have a kid. But the point is, it's like I I'm always just like pleasant but and agnostic, but like I know deep down that like the fact that you're going out on dates and you're going out on a lot of dates, but like you have this guy who is your fucking kid's father and your ex-husband, it's like I don't take you seriously.
Would you get married to a single mother?
No, hell no. Because then it's like, well, that's like marrying the guy too. You see what I'm saying? It's insane.
Then are you still looking to find someone to have kids with?
Yeah.
Do you still want to have kids?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then don't go out with fucking single mothers.
No, I don't.
You know?
I don't want
You need to go out with young women, like 25, 30, something like that. I mean, you're 42, so 30, yeah, between 30, 35, but you need to ask them right up front, like whether they are looking to have kids.
But see, I don't just want to have.
You can have kids until you're 70, but
yeah,
the
but
question
Isa,
is, do you want to be a parent when you're 70
and no, but the
not be able
point.
to enjoy your kids?
The point is, when you make a kid with somebody, that's like a commitment for life. So it's like I don't want to have a kid with you if you're batshit crazy, and I really want to like you. If we're gonna have a kid,
but
so
that's
like
the
let's
point,
figure
that
that
you
out.
need to be intentional when you date. You cannot just go out with whomever just because they're pretty. You need to like really look for the women that qualify for what you want. Otherwise, you will keep dating for the next 3 years, and you will not really find that direction.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's also like
Then you'll be 45, and let's say that you finally meet someone. What? You're gonna have a kid at 47. So by the time that they're 13, you will be 60.
Yeah.
You need to get your shit together, John.
I know, but now you're just like projecting.
Kids. Be more intentional.
So you might be projecting on me, but the point is.
No, I am saying this to you, and at the same time I'm saying it to me. Like I know, and that's the reason why I just don't go out with just anyone, you know, or I go out with them and then I just like lose interest. Like it's not about being in a relationship. For me, being in a relationship would be easy, you know. Like yeah, there are people that are candidates, but it's not about that. It's about finding the right person. Like I don't want to get in another relationship like with Rico, you know, that I just wasted fucking 18 months of my life just like giving opportunities to an idiot that had no fucking potential, you know, just because I wanted to actually give it a try. So no, you need to be more intentional. You cannot just let people slip into your life.
No, I agree. I mean, there's, you know, yeah, I don't know. See, like the whole thing is like there's also like this environmental factor in the relationship, which is such a huge part of the relationship. So whether it's seasonal or geographic specific, I don't know. I'm just like interested. I like actually being alone. You know, I feel like people who aren't comfortable alone can't actually be together. So it's like I don't know.
But then just a moment ago you said you wanted to have kids. That's definitely not alone. So what do you want?
Well, what I'm saying is like being. I'm just saying being comfortable alone shows maturity and intelligence in a way that like you're not codependent on somebody because it is very easy to slip into like this codependent pattern with people very rapidly. But again, it's to me, it's like I'm like running field tests and experiments to like basically do a lot of filtering on people, you know, that I'm interested in. And the craziest thing is, it's like the younger girls. Like I took out a girl who was 23 or 25 the other day, and she's like all about Free Palestine and how it's the largest live stream genocide in human history. And all kinds of like she had an abortion and her family is
Oh my God.
her family's pro-Trump, and she's super nervous. She's sucking on a cigarette, smoking a vape pen, whatever. Like, just a very nervous young girl. But the same thing is, like, I don't really have sympathy for people who are young. I mean, because, like, you're young, you know, and I don't know. The whole point is, it's the summertime here, you know. It's like I have to be super active. I have to get out there, and like, but the whole thing is like kind of like energy control though, because it's like I can go too far, you know, in terms of like wasting energy, in terms of pursuing, you know, like birds and bees. You know, it's like there's a smarter way to do things with less energy consumption. I mean, it's basically, I guess, like stop chasing tail, or let the tail come to you, or just have no desire or motivation. See, that's the problem about like wanting to have a kid. It's like you can't put the carrot before the horse or the cart or whatever. It's like if it happens, it happens. But you want to be strategic and, you know, source it. Like I'm a weird retard. Like a lot of women won't be able to like digest my digital media presence and disassociate that from like their opinions of it, because so many people are so group oriented, meaning like I can't have my friends look you up because they'll think I'm crazy. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. There's people out there who work in entertainment and media who can like accept things that I've done on the internet in terms of like creating thousands of videos of stupid live streams. But I don't know. It's also interesting too when you meet somebody who has absolutely no social media presence, but they're still a loser, and you're like, you know, like if you were successful and you had no social media presence, like, okay, well then that merits respect, and you know, but like, yeah, it's like, what are you doing with your time? Like, you're not creating anything, so why should I even be attracted to you? Like, if you don't have beauty and youth, it's like, okay, then you're useless. Anyways, I'm rambling, but you know, the whole point is meditation. Like a chick who can't shut the fuck up, you know, and doesn't know meditation, and is like the girl that I went out with the last one. She was fantastic. Like I could tell she's like, you know, highly in tune person, but unfortunately now I don't have her number. But see,
But you had horrible teeth.
Oh, I could have taken a water pick and be like, here, you never heard of a water pick? One of the prettiest girls I was ever in love with, she didn't, I was like, do you have any dental floss? And she's like, I don't floss. I was like, you don't floss? What? Gross. She's like, my dentist says I have perfect teeth. I was like, you need a fucking new dentist or a new brain. I was like, damn, you're stupid. I was like, you know how much shit gets in there?
Did you have good teeth?
She didn't have great teeth, and actually she capped her teeth, I think. Like, now she has all fake teeth, like, over her little mini, because she had, like, tiny teeth, you know? She didn't have, like, big teeth, but I think she capped her teeth, and she
What is that? Capped her teeth? What?
Yeah,
What
it's
is
like
that? Capped. Okay.
Yeah, putting fake teeth on your teeth. It's gross. It's like wearing fucking dentures. It's like, oh, great, now you got dentures? Ugh.
Yeah, no. I think it's disgusting when somebody doesn't have a good
Accidents happen, you know.
hygiene.
People fall and like smash their face, and they fucking have to get fake teeth and shit, and then their teeth never look good again. But I got punched in the face by a friend who I gave a Charlie horse to, and then, you know, he like chipped my front tooth, but the dentist was like, there's nothing we can do. He's like, it's a beauty mark.
I think I chipped my tooth when I was younger, like 13 or 12, and it was already my real teeth. And my mom was talking to me about it the other day, and she said that the dentist did a great job. Like, I cannot even notice it in my front tooth, you know? I cannot even say what part of it is the fake one. I didn't even remember this.
Yeah, a good smile goes a long way. Like when you see somebody with an amazing smile, you're like, wow, your fucking smile's like your teeth are flawless. Holy cow!
Yeah. But it's also like the vibe of the smile. Like someone that is really enjoying.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you can't fake happiness. Like you
oh
can't.
yeah, you can. Well, I mean, you can try, and there are a lot of people that try it with all this toxic positivity, but it's just fake.
I'm telling you, there is definitely a connection, not even a connection, like a direct correlation between EQ and IQ. Like the higher your IQ, hopefully the higher your EQ, you know. But I don't know, there's a lot of like smart, stupid people out there that don't have high EQ. Um, but I think they correlate. Like the more you study psychology, the higher your EQ. And then you realize like, holy shit, this is like a toxic emotional transfer.
Do you think that IQ is nature or nurture?
It's both nature, you know, who like, do you have great genetics? Are you healthy? But then the nurture aspect is like, do you pick up a fucking book and read anything? Have you ever like, what is your like latest update? Like people want updates and upgrades, and like if you don't provide and don't do any work, you won't get the upgrade. And people on this app are fucking stupid as fuck.
Because I just think that maybe you're born intelligent, but then you can fuck up your IQ, right? Like with how you, I don't know, with your diet or with, like you can create a huge disbalance, you know, in your body. And that affects, like that gives you mental fog. And that affects your mood, and that affects like the capacity of reaction, and your capacity of dealing with other people, and your capacity of navigating social life. So I don't know, I think that maybe it's not just about intelligence, but like how everything else you make work, because in the end, your body is a machine, you know, including your brain.
Well, see, the thing is, it's like, there's no such thing as just the brain. There's this thing called the body, and it technically is the brain. Like, the whole body is, like, an intelligent, you know, system. So, people who, like, go to the gym and actually exercise and sweat every day and do a lot of breathing, like, you're not just, like, staying in shape. Like, you're keeping the whole system, you know, at a higher level of
That's what I
condition.
mean. So those are decisions that you make, and you can make and be disciplined regardless of your intelligence. And that will already fix a lot of issues, you know, both cognitively, you know, because your brain will get sharper, but also emotional intelligence because your nervous system will be regulated.
Well, I think God is basically an X factor in the equation. You know, like X squared plus Y squared equals, you know, C squared or something, or A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Meaning that like there is this third party, you know, variable called God, and information surrounding God. So I think atheists definitely have, either they're playing a game where by denying God, they're actively actually using the X factor in their calculations, but then it's political. It becomes political. Atheism is essentially politics, and but it's to their detriment because God primarily deals with emotions and psychology. So atheists don't get their upgrade because they're not really necessarily studying emotional intelligence. You should read this book, Tanya. I'm telling you, it is one of the smartest books I've ever read.
I put it in my basket the other day. I was just wondering if there are different versions or different translations, and what is the best one.
The one that I have is really good, and it's like basically a modern translation, and it's by this Rabbi Rami Shapiro. So I was reading it today.
See if I find that one.
It's so smart. Every time I read it this morning, I'm just like, I gotta keep reading this thing, because it's like every time I read it, I'm just like, damn. I was like, I don't know shit. this is such an upgrade.
Tanya, and what is the name of the rabbi?
Shapiro.
Shapiro. Let's see. Oh, Jesus, it doesn't say. Let me see. Tanya, the masterpiece of Hasidic wisdom.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah.
And it says Rabbi Zalman. No, forward by. Translation and annotation by Rabbi Remy Shapiro. Okay, this has to be it. Let me put this one in there.
This book is so similar to like Hinduism, in the sense that, all these people who hate Jews, they have to hate Hindus too, because it's all basically like a psychological analysis to try to explain reality. But
no, because the people that hate Jews don't hate them because of their spiritual beliefs. They just hate them because they believe that they are the ones making them miserable and controlling the world and doing whatever it is.
well,
So they're not using the brain
their
when
hate
they
can't
tell you they hate Jews.
but their hate can't just stop at Jews. Like, that's just the hate of the moment. Like, on the rest of the platter is like 4 other items they don't generally discuss. Like, hate doesn't just stop. Like, hate knows no boundaries. It just goes forever. Like, that's what these people who project onto the Jews are doing. They're just projecting, and it's it's scapegoating, and it's stupid. It's like, are you improving yourself with all this insane propaganda that you espouse on here? No. There's a lot of just really stupid people here who essentially, it's like they never took salsa. They never took bachata. They never took, merengue. It's like, do you know how many classes there are you can take, and you choose to come back to this one stupid hate classroom every single day? Are you insane? Like, then they'll say, oh, that's not true. I have a life outside of this. It's like, oh, really? Really? Really?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Really? I don't believe it. Yeah. It's pathetic. It's stupid.
And it's the first thing they think about every day they wake up. It's like, oh my God, the Jews are wasting, are ruining my life. They go into the news, they read an article, and it's like, yeah, it was a Jew again.
But there's also a flip side. Like, when I listen to El Normo and Daniel talk to Aziz or Mackendall or any of these people for extended periods of time, I'm like, they're both neurotic.
Yeah, they are neurotic, yeah.
They're all wasting their time. And it's like, I can understand how, like, a retired Jew might want to defend Judaism in Israel.
You mean Norm neurotic? I thought Aziz.
No, Aziz is... I'm saying the neuroticism extends and becomes both people, because then you start questioning, like, why is Norm wasting his time having the same convo with the same person over and over again? It's like... It's the definition of insanity, because it's the same experiment over and over again, and it's the same fucking results. You're like, this is insane. How long can this go on? And chances are it'll go on forever. Like, people won't stop doing what they're doing. It's like saying birds aren't gonna, chirp in trees or something.
Yeah, I agree. It also bores me. No, when I do it, I gotta admit it's just because, I don't know, maybe you're bored, you need your dopamine hit and whatever, you don't really care about the topic. You just come to listen to noise. But yeah, it's unnerving. Like, yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You hear people's personalities come out on this app, and you're like, ooh, you don't sound very nice. Like, you don't sound like a nice person, actually. Like, and you, like, are you a tough guy? Like, are you, and then there's just so many trashy girls on here too who are just insane. Like, this one girl kept screaming that she's gonna fuck my father today.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you know that chick, Big Love. Do you know that insane young girl?
I don't know. Is that the one that says hello?
Yeah.
No, not hello, but oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that chick is like fucking. That would be the definition of Tourette's. That would be total Tourette's.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes not necessarily you show it, like that, but there are definitely a lot of very toxic people that just come to the app to see who they can fight, and come to the app just to try to jab someone, you know, and try to make their lives miserable or whatever. At least they think they can make someone's life miserable, you know, by coming to the app and shit staring and stuff like that. I mean, like, there's a lot of toxicity. And when you see that that's the purpose of people, it's just like, oh god, like, don't even hang out with around them, you know. It's just contagious.
I think getting to a point to where you don't actually have to communicate anymore, you know, financially, is why so many people are communicating, is because they haven't actually been able to financially liberate themselves from the grind. Because eventually there's no real reason to continue communicating with people, you know, at scale, or I don't know, people just like communication, but there's like a downside to it, and it's the fact that you have only so much time to breathe and to be alive. And you know, it's the summertime now, but it's like this app, it has a utility. Like, I'm gonna create a burner account soon and go anonymous and live stream, you know, again, but not for like probably a couple more weeks. And I don't know, it's just so stupid though, because it's like, I want to just keep running experiments where I take 3 phones and I film one room in a different room in my house, you know, as a recording studio. So some rooms like Chillism will go all day, every day. And so it's like the perfect room to live stream because it just never stops. And there's other rooms like that. So it's like, I want to set it and forget it. Like, leave my house at 10 a.m. every day to go to the beach, go to my boat, and then...
But that is a lot of noise in your house. How can you live with that? Like, I need silence.
Well, that's why I leave the house when I'm recording.
No, because then when you leave the house, you're surrounded by other type of noises. Like, my apartment is like my altar, you know, like, I have everything in the exact way that I want. Everything, well, I have OCD, but everything looks so cozy and clean, and it smells good, and I have got my how do you say, like, the candles or whatever when I want to chill. I got, like, my TV is always off. I don't know, like, yeah, I am on Clubhouse sometimes, you know, but then, like, when I sleep, everything is super quiet. I don't sleep on Clubhouse. Like, when I read, I can't have just noise around me. Like that, I don't know. I think that if I had Clubhouse running all day, it would drive me really crazy. In fact, the days that I spend here, that I don't take a break and I spend here for hours, I can tell that it's more difficult for me to relax. It's just stressful. All the noise, all the people talking. How do you do that? Like, having 20 fucking phones making noise all the time, I would be going crazy.
Well, you know what actually probably puts me in the worst mental state is when I start screaming and yelling, being irascible and immature and insulting, or just like using my words in a negative way. Like today, this morning, I was just like banging my bell, you know, going into all these rooms, and just everybody, it just drives people crazy. But I'm trying to like show that people, like, this app is so stupid. It's basically a conference call, and people are joining a conference call to emotionally upset themselves. And you're like, damn, like, people are just, you know, attracted to the dopamine, but then there's no, the flip side is there's no benefit from the interaction. People may say there's a benefit, but there's no benefit. It's a little bit cliquey, like Rabbi, you know, McDickerson, whatever the fuck his name is in Montreal. That's like a cliquey kind of a codependency where nothing intelligent is really ever shared, and it's like, it's a huge waste of time. It's just stupid. I mean, Anyways, that's just one little example. But think about all the black rooms on this app. There are so many black rooms on this app that are live all day.
That's what you were streaming when I came in here.
Yeah, I was listening to Rabbi. I mean, earlier they kicked me out of the room. Yeah, and T-Rob's, the Jew Whisperer, Elegant Lady in my other room is talking about T-Rob's. I mean, if I wanted to spend see, this is the thing, it's like about dating. It's like, imagine having a conversation with T-Rob's on this app for the next couple of years versus like actually living your life. I mean, how pathetic could you be? It's like, the fucking Jew. It's just like so fucking, he's like a scary, annoying, stupid person that like you hope to never meet again at the bar, or like ever, if you see him at the bar, you're like, yeah, I already talked to you once, like I got no desire to talk to you again.
I adored him, but when he goes on the Jewish stuff, I just start feeling nauseous. Like my body has a reaction. It's like, oh my god, desperation! Like here it comes again. I cannot do another episode of this. I just can't. But I mean, when he is not talking about that, I adore him. Like he's cool, I mean, he won't shut the fuck up, but I like him. But when the Jewish stuff, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. I just don't want to be there. Like, really, I don't. And Randy doesn't do it that much.
Well, my last theory about this app and communication is that like it's native English speakers having conversations with non-native English speakers, and that seems to be like that seems to be the significant aspect of this app for some reason. I keep detecting that. Like, do you know who Samia is?
Yeah, she's great. Do you like her?
I think she plays like Asian provocateur, and she's like.
Yeah, she's a provocateur, but she's very smart, girl.
Yeah, she's smart enough, but well, what I'm saying is, it's like I just detect a lot of non-native English speakers. She sounds like she's pretty native, but she's from Somalia. But it's like, anyways, it's just a whole fucking social aspect of this thing. Social is
like
political.
Me, I'm not native English, but you're right. Like, people are interacting with like no native English speaking. I don't know if I would like that, to be honest. In fact, when I meet people that can't speak Spanish and they're like, oh, do you speak Spanish? And then they start speaking in Spanish to me, I'm like, oh, please don't speak in Spanish to me. Like, I cannot stand hearing you speaking in Spanish. Like, just let's keep talking in English, But they try to make the effort to speak in Spanish, like good Spanish, conversational Spanish, and I just hate it. I just like to speak in Spanish with Spanish-speaking people.
So, I mean, the expression is be social, be political, but that's like saying the same thing. Social is political. Most people can't be social, therefore they can never effectively be political. I mean, I can walk into any room and shake anybody's hand and be confident, in my life, my identity, my presence. And, a lot of people who have no... I mean, that's the thing. It's like you have to be social and you have to be a gentleman. That's the whole thing, is like being a gentleman, being kind, letting go of the past, and essentially judging a person in the now. What's your demeanor now? How are you treating me now? How are you talking to me now? Are you pleasant? Are you being nice? Like, because then I'll give you, the benefit of the doubt and I'll reciprocate. It really is, treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated. And people who don't do that, I mean, I don't know. It's just not smart, It's the easiest way is to treat everybody the way you want to be treated, with respect, with kindness, with joy, and do it all the time. But in the real world, it demands it. But on this app, you're like, this isn't the real world. And this is all just fucking spam. And it's all political bullshit. So it's like, this is a good place to essentially throw punches and not get punched back. And God willing, nothing, comes out of this app as like, you get targeted for being somebody, or like anyways.
Well, people have died already.
Yeah, I just hope people can recognize their own bullshit before they decide to do something stupid, like try to attack somebody or, like I'm a
We've
nobody.
seen that from our first hand, from the people we hang out with here. The people that cannot control their stupid instincts. They're victims of themselves.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Daniel really does create some like really emotionally charged rooms, and he speaks so fast. Yeah, his rooms can be intense. I think like out of all my recordings, probably you and him and those rooms are like the most emotionally draining of all the rooms because it's just intense.
He is intense, yeah. I have told him, like, I am scared that he's gonna have a heart attack online. I mean, like, yeah, it's his personality. Also, like, he gets all riled up because it's always the same people, like, talking about the same shit, and he just doesn't want to take it anymore, and then he loses his shit and he starts yelling at them. And, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can only listen to him for so much before I'm just like, okay, this is like hurting my brain now. And he can speak so quickly. And he's got that accent where you're just like, I don't know. People are just so polarized by this. It's like, why aren't any of these people even complaining about Ukraine and Russia? Like, it's all about the genocide. It's all about why are they killing women and children. It's like, do you think that that's the only combat zone on the planet? Do you know how many active combat zones there are on the planet?
Because this one is political and it attacks the group of people that they actually hate. And that is what drives Daniel crazy, Because it's like, I mean, imagine being on the side of like that people are blaming all the fucking time. And he lives not only in Germany, but also like travels a lot to Israel. And so it's like this kind of like, I could not imagine, like dealing with all the Muslims and anti-Semitism mixed, in Germany, and having to always be protecting yourself from things like that. And on top of that, when you go to your country, like seeing what's happening, and it's just like it puts you in fight or flight mode constantly. So yeah, I can understand why he gets all riled up, But yeah, I don't know. I don't know even what I was gonna say after that.
I mean, you choose the content though, and if you choose content that doesn't create contentment, aren't you just like your own worst enemy? Aren't you just like a sadomasochist addicted to like causing, emotional, mental stress to yourself? Like, what's the point of this? I just don't understand.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he wants to talk about something else. Like, people here already recognize him for being IDF, for being pro-Israel, for, I don't know, like fighting with people that are anti-Jewish and all of that. So when people see him in a room, they don't think of talking about anything else. They don't see Daniel as another type of conversation. I have private conversations with Daniel that are amazing. Like we talk about AI, we talk about business, we talk about like he is ridiculously intelligent. Like I ask him a lot for advice. A lot of times for advice when it has to do with work and business and stuff like that. He's ridiculously intelligent and he knows a lot. He's got a lot of experience. But when you try to speak about something more like that here on Clubhouse, like AI or technology or things like that, people cannot just see it because they see him as the Jew guy that fights Palestinians in here,
Damn.
It's impossible.
I mean, if you just go like watch a Yahya Sinwar speech, I don't know if you know who Yahya Sinwar is, but like,
yes, I know, of course.
Jeez Louise, like talking about anger, and giving like angry, fiery speeches. You're like, it wasn't gonna end well for you.
I've never seen a speech of him though.
Oh, you never seen him like foam at the mouth?
No.
Dude, these fuckers
I'm gonna
were
go
like
look for it.
pretty intense. Like really, they're really crazy. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like they didn't teach peace. They didn't teach silence. They didn't teach coexistence. Like they preached, war, and look what they did. So but they're gone. They're not here now.
Anyway, honey, I gotta go catch a train. Oh shit, it's 6:30. I need to be in the station in 1 hour. I need to make my bed, get ready, and have a coffee and leave. So, gonna leave Clubhouse.
Auf
But
Wiedersehen.
it's nice catching up with you. Try to have a good sleep. Do you leave your phones with the volume on when you're sleeping?
Fuck no, I don't even sleep near a phone. Like I go to the other side of my house and sleep away from all these phones.
But you keep them open, right? And they're still streaming people.
Sometimes, but not really. I hate hearing background noise when I'm sleeping. Like unless it's
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, do you have all that noise and people yelling, in the other room?
I've tried to do it in the past. I don't know why the fuck I'm wasting my time, but yeah, like I don't know. There's something about me that just like wants to record. I don't know what it is, but I have this.
Well, it's some sort of not Tourette's, but something that is driven by the same insane thing in your brain, like obsessive.
Well, today
Let it go, John.
Well, today I did.
Listen,
I did. I got some.
There is a book called Let Go by some dude called something Howard. I read it at the beginning of the year. It was recommended to me by someone I care a lot about, and it's been one of the best books that I read. It's really good. I'm gonna read it again. You should read it. It's about stop obsessing about things. Letting go.
I do let go. I let go all the time. I do. I let go of my thoughts. I let go of my worry. I let go.
Yeah, but let go of your necessity of recording people and streaming stuff. That's just you're just creating more noise, and that is creating waste in your brain, and then you have to carry that. I don't know. I just think it's.
Well, that's you again. You're projecting on me because, this.
No, I'm just trying to imagine myself like that. That's what I would actually be doing. I know, like I record stuff because they want to carry it or to keep it.
Well, I know that we're all gonna die. Meaning, like, we all have so many days and hours left to live. And so you leave a living capsule now. I mean, nobody will ever watch my shit. But the point is, it's like, all the great ideas have already been thought and said. I'm kind of just like recording stupid people being stupid for the sake of like trying to create something new about how it's really like, it's basically like a psychological observational study. But really, I'm just interested in communication, but I'm not even really studying like advanced, I don't know. I'm studying a lot of really good stuff. Like the book in my PTR here, the Tanya, every time I read it, I'm just like, damn. Fuck, people here are so stupid.
But what are you doing with it?
I'm reading it every day. I chop it up into 60-second clips and I put it all over these phones, all over YouTube.
But how are you applying? Because all of that is a theory. How are you applying the theory?
Basically, every day it's like starting a fire, inside of me, and that's what it is. It's a daily renewal. It's a meditation. That's all it is. It's like a self-improvement book is what it is. I'm just reading a book. I mean, that's all. I'm just saying, but the information in it is like, whoa. Every day I read it, I'm just like, damn. Oh, like, wow. There's a lot of wow moments where you're like, because the thing is, you got to realize, Chabad uses this book. Jews use this book. And for someone who is not like a member of the tribe or, somebody with an advanced Jewish education, it's like, this is a Jewish education compression book. Like, this is high value, intelligent information. It's intelligence.
What do you think would happen if you took a group of people, black people, and, well, to say African Americans because it's not just about, but African Americans, given their culture, their rap culture, and all of this stuff, and you actually put them in a Jewish discipline treatment for 5 years, do you think they would end up differently?
Yeah, I think if you took anytime you change somebody's environment, and you take them out of their bubble, put them in a new bubble, and give them a whole new set of instructions, like they become something totally different. So, shit in, shit out, good in, good out, and it's all just a question of can you control the environment? Because if you can control yourself. But most people are just their own worst enemies, so they're incapable of controlling their environment.
Yeah, but do you think that if they have the discipline that the Jewish people have in terms of studying and discussion levels and stuff like this, that they would actually, I don't know, like make something different of their culture?
It's not their culture, like it's an index. So there's 10%, 20% of every group which is high quality. The rest are struggling and they're stupid. And they don't have the intelligence and information to be a part of the higher grade in the index. I mean, that's just what it is. Everything is a bell-shaped curve.
But how can you say it's not culture? Just look at the music they listen to. Look at the people that they look up to.
Yeah, but this is 2025. If you look at 1970s African American music or 60s, like there's so many good examples of high quality, classy, intelligent, top-notch music.
Oh yeah, no, I get it, but I see like the black culture in America or the African American culture, I see it like divided in two. One is like the gospel one, like the one that have these beautiful voices, and you got all these very religious people, and I don't know, like good people, with family values, very Christian, and yeah, I don't know, like very traditional. And then you have the other one, which is the other extreme, that is, I don't know, very nihilistic people, into drugs and rock music, and I don't know, the hip hop kind of culture, the twerking and the stuff, like that. Those are the ones that I'm referring to, not the good ones, the ones with values that are kind of like more the gospel thing, like I don't even know how to call them. That to me is beautiful. The old one is disgusting.
Yeah, there's a major problem, but I don't know, because I think like if I asked my dad, he'd be like, "This isn't new. It's always been like this." Like not always like this, but I don't know. The culture is just the thing is it has to come down to like large language models and intelligence, meaning that there's no such thing as like a trashy, low class, hyper intelligent person. Like it's just those two don't go together. Like to be low class trash, you essentially have a very shitty, low level language model. I mean that's what you are. Like I really do believe you are your words.
Yeah, I agree. And I see the same phenomenon, happening in Latin culture.
Yeah.
Like you got the typical Latinos, like as you were saying, like salsa, merengue, all this kind of like, I mean, I've never been too much of a Latin music lover, but yeah, I think that music like bachata and stuff like this is like it's more beautiful. But then you have the new wave, of our own versions of hip hop,
yeah,
the reggaeton stuff, which is as well more about the same, like the twerking, the sex music, the complete nonsense, and nihilistic approach. Just like the African American culture about the rap and hip hop, we in Latin America will have our own version of that, and that started not long time ago. That was something that started kind of like being quote unquote cool, probably like in the late 1990s or early 2000s. So it's just making the whole culture decline. People like the new kids, they find it like very attractive, and I don't know, I just think it drives them to a path lacking values and stuff. I don't know. There's something about this type of music.
Are you talking about like